Alrighty, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. Oh, aren't you the happiest little boy out there in the world? Okay, there we go. One thing over, and there we go. Okay. Hey everybody, sorry about that. Took a couple seconds to get going here. Loki says hello, as you guys might have just been able to see. He's over here running around. Loki. There he is. Yeah. But anyway, a little bit of a late night stream for all of us here tonight. Bitcoin's still kind of doing a little bit of nothing, but we're looking at a pretty decent move happening here over the next 24 hours, I would say. You know, I was kind of hoping the move would actually have happened already, but it looks like we're very much getting squeezed here because we haven't had a lower low and we haven't had a higher high yet. So we've basically just been getting squeezed over and over and over again in the last, 16, 18 hours. We've seen a whole lot of nothing happening with Bitcoin. However, I will say altcoins are going insane, and we're going to be talking about them a lot today. If you guys haven't watched one of the videos I put out today, I put out two videos for you guys. The first one was about me going to the beach and kind of just the typical altcoin talk that I do with you guys, just kind of reminding you guys, hey, be careful out there, different types of tokens to look forward to, and how long I'm looking to hold on to those tokens. Right now, it might be 1 to 2 days. And then the next video I did, this one was a little bit more serious. I normally don't try to go too deep into what my personal thoughts are about the market. Well, I do, but I don't try to make it so long. Instead, I feel like I made it a little bit longer, so it was like a 9-10 minute video. And the gist of that video was, you know, Bitcoin's ran up so hard, so fast, that I'm thinking about selling and scaling out of some of my cryptocurrencies in that Fairdesk account, and then shutting some of those positions down, and then looking to get back into them whenever a dump occurs. And I say whenever because we don't know if a dump's going to be happening. So I'm going to be watching cryptocurrency over the next couple days, and if Bitcoin does look like it wants to teeter a little bit, or we might be coming down just a tad, I'm going to start scaling out of some of those cryptocurrencies. Not my formal long-term portfolio. That one I am waiting for when, how do I put it? When the 20-day moving average crosses below the 50-day moving average, you know, when Bitcoin's really above all-time highs. But for this Fairdesk portfolio that we'll be talking about a little bit, I feel like it's made a good amount of profit in the past 2 months, and I kind of want to lock that in, and then I'll pretty much just wait for another opportunity to start putting more assets into these tokens. What I'm basically waiting for is the... Well, let's talk about it here. What I'm basically trying to figure out here with a lot of these different assets is this going to be an altcoin season and a all-time high type of scenario before the Bitcoin halving, which is very unorthodox and just a very weird thing. And I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it from a strategy perspective. From a holding perspective, I think we're all very happy with the money we've made through Bitcoin and the altcoins over the past few months. It's been very, very good. On the other hand here, this is all happening much faster than I anticipated. So now I'm thinking about, well, does that mean I'm going to be selling faster? And I think the answer is pretty much yes for certain portfolios. Not all of them. You know, I still have my two long ones. One's a very long-term one, which I don't mess with for years. And there's the other one that I sell again at the 50, the death cross between the 20-day and the 50-day moving averages on the daily chart. But again, look at Bitcoin right now. This is the 4-hour chart. We're pretty much squeezing right here and not much has been happening. I wanted to show you guys the 15-minute chart to kind of like, you know, just have it on the chart while I talk. But no, nothing's happened. Nothing's happened. It looks very, very boring. It's very, very choppy. It's not actually that pleasant to look at because all we've been doing is consolidating. There's an effort to push us down here, back down towards $61,000. But there seems to be a good level of support here that's stopping that from happening. So right now, it still looks like we have a good opportunity to break out and try to have a surge again, bringing us back up towards maybe $63,000. I'm just a little bit more fearful because we haven't broken out already, and I was hoping the momentum from yesterday trying to bounce off of the 20, I thought that might try to take us on. So at this point in time, because we have these lower highs, and we have these higher lows, whichever one of these breaks first, I'm going to be a little bit more edging towards that side as far as more of a little breakdown or more of a smaller breakout. I'm still kind of waiting to see which one happens. Yep. Now, that being said, that's the 4-hour chart when it comes to Bitcoin. You guys can see how we haven't done much. Everything else, right? Ethereum is doing something similar here. We talked about this. It's had a little bit more of a run up, I would say, just because, again, some of the things about news. ADA had another pop. Dogecoin still going strong. AMP trying to move up right now. Ape token moved up. Arbitrum moving up now and breaking out. AXS moving up higher. BNB consolidating after that huge move we've already seen. XRP broke out. It's consolidating. Hopefully the move can continue. I'd really hope this move can continue. Bitcoin Cash going from $266 to $539, $526. Talk about a rapid move. Bonk still moving higher. Chili still moving higher. AVAX, Comp, and so forth. Here's even Crow token just spiked up towards 17 cents. I think even Shibu Inu went up a little bit more here as well. Where's Shib? There you go. It's down 4% right now, but yeah, it kept on moving up over the last few hours and days. It's what we like to see. UFO token moving up higher. Anything else here? Wild tokens breaking out again all of a sudden. R&DR is trying to make a move here. We'll see if it's able to do so. GRT's moving up. Fetch AI is still trying to go higher. NMR is consolidating here, and Pendle is coming down, actually. Not even consolidated, just coming down. So, a lot of stuff to talk about today. Whatever you guys want to talk about, feel free. This is definitely going to be a more chill stream because it is a Saturday. And there's not much, stock market news, no data coming out. It's a Saturday. It's pretty nice and simple here. And so let me go over here and say hi to everybody. And hey, Verde Sauce, Trip 6, Jose, Farron, Nick, Tyler. What's right here? Some of my contacts I'm messing up. Max, Wilder Studios, and Arrowhead. Happy to see all of you guys in here. And hey, Jose, Loki is very, very cute. Let's see. And then Max, I'm having a pretty good weekend. Today I woke up a little bit late, got shower and all that type of stuff. And me and Loki went out to the beach. It started to snow at the beach, which is pretty fun. We're not used to that. And then I went out with my grandparents and a couple friends from my grandparents, and we went out to a restaurant in Tacoma, which is pretty good. And then, I made a video for you guys. That's about it. Pretty solid day. It's one of those days where you don't do a lot, but it just, there's so much time you doing it, going to the beach for a few hours, going on another, playing outside with Loki for another hour, going out to eat, which lasted a few hours. It takes up the whole day, basically. And then plus a little bit of YouTube content. And same answer. Wow, there's still a really good day though. But honestly, when I made that video earlier, guys, I really am giving it some thought of whether or not I want to scale out of some positions here. And really, it's not like I'm trying to sell everything, but that Fairdisk account. Remember, I told you guys I was putting money into it and I was having a good time, and then I started it up in October. I messed up by selling everything on accident with the close all little button, which I don't think that button should exist. But I restarted everything in December, and now just a few months later, think of December, think of about $500 to $300 a week invested, and that's about a couple $1,000 each month, so $4,000 maybe by the end of the last month, maybe $6,000 or something, at most. And then now already that entire position is up around 7,500 or something. Let me see what it is at right now. Last time I checked it, I think it was at $7,500. 245. Oh. Yeah, it's at $7,900 right now. So I'm really thinking about selling everything on here and then kind of holding that cash and then waiting to see what happens next. But I'm going to be patient with it. I'll probably make the decision over the next 24 hours. But because everything has run up so much, for this particular portfolio, not every portfolio that I have, I really have the urge to sell and see if I can make have an opportunity to make even more money if there is a larger dip, whether it happens next week or the week after, or maybe this week. But no, it's not Sunday yet. So next week, the week after that, I want to have a little bit of a backup plan to have some extra cash on hand in order to buy up more. But this is going to be something where I probably would say most of you guys aren't going to follow because this is just a portfolio I made just for the channel to have fun. But, locking in about $8,000, it's pretty nice, especially for holding for 3 months, excuse me. But anyway, on the other side, I was looking through some of these things here, and I was just trying to figure out, man, how do I feel about this? Because, when you go over here to coinmarketcap.com, I'll zoom in on the page for you. Oh, I guess I can't. See the halving right here? 49 days away. 49 days away. And yet, if you go over here and let's see what's popping off, SLP, right? SLP, this thing is up 70% in the last 24 hours. Oh, and I have a position in this. I bought this sucker, I guess, a long time ago. It was either over here, over here, over here, over here. When did I buy this? SLP. It's a 3x leverage. It's up 172%. I bought this 12.21 and then 2.14. So 12.21. So I bought it right here. Oh, my head's kind of blocking the way, isn't it? There you go. I bought it right here, 12.21. That's 24, 21. I bought it 12.21 right here. And then I bought it 2.14 and 2.15. 2.14 right here and 2.15. So I also doubled down on it right here and right here. And so my average actually moved up. And now when I look at this position from my initial buy-in, or I guess from my average right now, within just 21 days, it's up, oh gosh, I wish I could see like that, about 134%. And I'm thinking like, man, whenever we see stuff shoot up like this, I really feel more inclined to scale out of it. Or at least sell a good chunk of it. No, so I usually feel inclined to sell it. So I'm right now I'm just kind of stuck in this personal dilemma, because I'm most likely going to sell this type of stuff, and you know, of course, I'll be buying more stuff in right after. But is this something that we see normally during an altcoin season, or is this something kind of weird and different that we just haven't seen before? Because again, let me go over here to something like an Ethereum Classic, which also lasted in the last bull run. So something we can kind of go back in time. Let's go over to the weekly charts. You know, I'm wondering, this was COVID right here. I'm wondering if we're in a moment like this where everything is popping off and going sky high. But then we have, again, like let's say this, for a couple weeks, we pump up 145%. And then the next few weeks, we drop down 50%. And part of me wants to test out this theory by selling some, well, all, and then looking for opportunities to buy back down. Now, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to buy heavy again, because I still have remember, I have other accounts for long-term portfolios. This is the one we made together. But I'm wondering, like, what part of the cycle are we in? Because normally when we have these massive moves, regardless of the token, we tend to come down a lot. And right now, well, here's a good example. This happened a few weeks ago with Ethereum Classic. We pumped up to 70%. After that, we came back down 30%. And I'm wondering if either over the next couple of weeks, as we test out some of these resistances, will they continue to break out or will they come down? So it's kind of a weird thing I'm going through right now. I might be overthinking it a little bit here, you know, because typically I have my own strategies and whatnot, but everything is happening so much faster than expected, right? Typically, the way every influencer out there, including myself, was talking about this was, we're going to be going up, we're going to be going up, we're going to be doing our general consolidation, but once the halving happens, that's when everything gets really, really wild. And I know the ETF was tossing some extra fuel in there to say, oh yeah, we can be going up, but I don't think the fuel was meant to say, hey, we're going to reach all-time highs before the halving. So that's what really concerns me about all of this. And this is coming from a place of greed and worry at the same time. Because again, the reason I think I'm going to be doing this here pretty soon is because I want to see prices come back down a lot. And I want to be able to buy a lot of stuff for cheap. If I don't sell anything, I could lose, like the value would come down, but I still hold the same amount of cryptocurrency. And so the safer thing to do is not to sell. But I've just been feeling more aggressive lately, I think, and I want to give this a try, which will also be pretty interesting. So I probably am going to go down that route, but it's only because, again, it's before the halving, and then we're seeing moves like this. Like, this is altcoin season behavior. And again, I want to stress this. When we were looking at Ethereum Classic, or maybe even just any token out there, maybe like a link or something. Right, a link, COVID over here. And let me make sure I have like a reasonable market cap to kind of base this off of. So link, not what I'm looking for. Not what I'm looking for. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is all this crap? Am I just zoomed in too much? Oh, it's okay. It's the wrong link. There you go. There we go. Okay. Now go back over here from 2020, like October. We're not. So we started off at 1.43 billion, and then ride up all the way here to 20 billion. You know. But that move right there, SLP. Actually, let's go over here to Trading View. Weekly chart. There you go. Let's just you can go from the bottom here. That move up here was 1,000% basically from the lows to the highs. SLP, just from the place that I bought it, it's up 135%. I'm wondering how much further these things are going to go before they have to have that cooldown period. And again, let me see if I can find some of the tokens. Like here's Bonk. Bonk going sky high, coming down already actually. 1 inch. Still moving up higher. I bought this a little bit late, but still moving up a lot higher. And you go through the whole host of these things, even what Fetch AI and stuff like that. Some of the big players here. This is up 11% over the last 24 hours. Just going sky high. I'm really wondering if we're going to have a cooldown, and I kind of want to sell going into that cooldown, and then maybe start buying back in next Thursday or something. But I'll figure it out maybe after the stream tonight here. And again, we don't really have much space to look at this right now because everything is so squeezed and condensed. If we have a breakout sometime later on tonight, that may kind of make me think maybe I'll hold on a little bit longer. But I'm getting to the point where in this specific portfolio, I'm like, I want to lock in some of these profits because usually in these types of cycles, if we're starting an altcoin season early, we do have some massive drops. But then, of course, those massive drops are just the next entry point to buy back in. But people, it's going to be much harder to go in there with leverage this time unless you guys have proper management. Which, but I got a good management, but still, I appreciate you. Hope you make the right move and pull out with the 8K. I know it's hard to listen to in a voice, but I've been burned for not doing that. Hoping that Doge at least hits 15 cents. Oh yeah, remember guys, this is not like an all-time high type of pullout. This is more of just like trying a new strategy that normally I don't do. But because I made up, like remember last time when we were doing Dogecoin and stuff like that, I pretty much just talked exclusively about Dogecoin and the money I was making from that. But now I'm like, let's have fun with this portfolio because I've never put together a portfolio like this before where I wanted to teach you guys how to do dollar cost averaging and stuff like that. And now I'm thinking I'm pretty happy to do that again. And if I lock in this $8,000, what I'm basically going to do is either one of two things. I'll keep it in crypto, then buy back down on the next dip. Or what I'll do is I'll restart the dollar cost averaging at another $500 a week. In which case I'll just kind of I'll put it in another wallet basically, and then every week I'll just toss $500 into it, and I'll probably invest $300 a week. And the reason I would only invest $300 a week instead of $500 is since I'm doing leverage, if a position gets down, 50%, which could happen on a flash drop, that account technically could liquidate, which I don't want to happen. So I'm gonna try to play it safe. But again, $300 out of the $5, 3/5 right there. I think they'll still be fun. That's basically what I've been doing now. I think I told you guys just like last week or the week before. I was trying to keep this number right here on the top right-hand corner. I was trying to keep this around 1,000 so I can keep on investing more and more money. But basically what happened is because I'm using leverage and because my positions have gone up so much and so fast that the amount of money I actually have has gone up a lot more. Remember, this was like a week and a half ago or something. Because everything's moved up, instead of the $1,000 I had in here, it's now $4,000. And all I've added in since then is another $500 of cash. So think of $1,500 in there. And now that $1,500 has turned to $4,000, I don't actually have that much money in straight cash to spend, but it's because it's giving me a lot of grace because I've made so much money during the swing trades itself, which is kind of nice if you think about it. They give you the opportunity, but at the same time, I don't like it. I want to stay at a pretty reasonable level, and I don't want to get over leveraged or over into a position because at that point, you just get a little more worried of what happens when the market takes a downturn. Because then all of a sudden you could really be at a point where you might actually be liquidated. Not likely because we bought so low here compared to where the prices are now, but you still could be because, again, if I'm buying now, those prices go down and the value goes down. Excuse me. So I'm looking at it closely. It's snowing at the beach, Mike. That is so cool. Dude, it was very, very interesting. I actually enjoyed it a lot. I was actually wearing this, so I wasn't prepared for the snow, but it was still really fun to go out to the beach. Loki was having a good time with it. He saw 3 sea lions and 2 deer. So it was a really, really good time. And I think Doge could hit 15 cents here. It's basically just a waiting game. Like right now, we're basically just waiting to see Bitcoin try to break out here and go back up towards 64,000. Really, if we see Bitcoin breaking out, which it looks like it still might, what you're really hoping for here is a larger surge where you see how we're like, this is a 1 hour chart. It's not going to be anything crazy. It's just literally going to be something like this. And we just start climbing out of nowhere and the buyers just came in. It's going to be a whale pushing us up, not retail here. Retail could try to get us going to like a breakout and then like this. But eventually we're going to have all that momentum. We're going to have the move like this where it starts to jump up. Whales start to get involved. That's what we're really looking for. But even during that process, you are going to see altcoins take a little bit of a breather before it takes that next big jump up. But yeah, I'll probably lock in that $8,000 here later on tonight. And then I'll see where it goes next. Mostly because, again, some of this stuff has just ran up so fast. That's what's been so crazy. Like, I can choose anything in here. Like, I own a lot of this hot stuff. HOT, I got about 189,000 tokens at a value of 0.002. And this hot has a market cap of $691 million, so almost $700 million. Just just a few weeks ago, back over here in February 1st, the market cap was 316. So it's already doubled. Yeah, in the last tell me from other things now. What is hot? Hot. Can I find it here? Actually, let me do it this way. It's number 122. So it's on the second page at coinmarketcap.com. There you go, 122. Yeah, it's up 132% in the last 90 days, up 110% in the last 30 days. It's moves like this where I'm like, oh, I might want to sell a little bit here, but I'm being patient with it. Let's go over here to the chart. Bought down here. Wow, when did we buy actually? So we bought 1221, 11, 28, 215. So 1221. That's just when we basically started. 1221. I bought over here first, bought back a little bit more, 111 or something over here somewhere, maybe. Oh, probably on this drop right here, actually, yeah. And then back over here on the twos, somewhere over here, I'm assuming, somewhere over here. But so, look at those moves. Oh, dear Lord, that's the only reason I feel like I'm going to lock in some of the profits right now. And then buy back in here. The thing is, I am going to be buying back in because we haven't hit all-time highs yet. That's the first thing you taught me almost 3 years ago now. I know, right? Do it now live. That's $7,900. That's a lot of Loki toys. What do you call? I'll make a video of it right after I'm done, and I'll do it then. You'll basically see me like there's this button right here that says close all positions. Fuck me. All right. Well, it was done. Shit. Well, it's all gone. I forgot. So, okay. See, I did the same thing in October. There's this button right here. Most exchanges have, hey, you're about to close all your positions. This one does not. So, now we got $13,000 in here. Well, shit, dude. Oh, fuck. I was gonna make like maybe a 2-minute video on it for post it. Doesn't matter. There you go. There you go. Damn it. Okay, so here, let me. Most exchanges have a little extra warning saying, "Hey, are you sure?" Yeah, this one does not have the "Are you sure?" And I don't know why, but there you go. As soon as I clicked it, I was waiting for the pop-up. When it didn't happen, I just saw the things disappearing. So now when we go to order history, close positions, and now I just see a lot of green. All right, well, I locked in the profit. Oh, and I think this is interesting. So remember, I was holding these for a while, right? And so this is actually something I really wanted to talk to you guys about. So let me actually take away my face and the sponsorships. Okay. I would say this is the most crucial point from one of the things I've been talking about, because this in and of itself was an experiment based off of how long I wanted to have these fees. So at the top right here, oh my fuck, okay. Okay. No. Okay. So I'm zoomed in a lot so I can really show you guys this stuff. So you guys will see there's the symbol, the leverage, long, short, amount, open price, close price. You can see right here, gas. I bought at 574, sold at 740 or whatever. Okay. And then you'll see the fees. So because I held these for a while, I had funding fees. So really, instead of making $179, I made $148. Still lots of profit. Still more than justified the fees. You know, $47. I made $513 in this trade. I spent $20 on fees. And again, I've been holding these for months, if not weeks. You know, weeks, not if not months. You know, so you know this one was opened up 112, right? 112. So again, weeks, a month, see me months. $19. I'm trying to find out if I had a high fee. Let me go to Ajax. Because Ajax, I had a lot of money in that one, as you guys might remember. So $31 in fees. I made $1,516. $31 in fees. The end result was $1,483. So I think as long as you're not doing this for maybe years, I think you're fine. And now that I'm gonna put my head back on here, I want to just explain something. I'm gonna put the sponsors back on. All right. One of the things here is actually, if you're able to buy the bottom of the market, I don't think it matters all too much for a lot of these tokens, because again, if we go over here to Ajax, which is now going up as soon as I sold. Or this is an hourly chart. It hasn't done anything since I sold. Okay. But if you go over here to the weekly chart, again, remember, I just started to buy this down here at January time. And then I saw myself get that, 257% profit. Nice profit. However, if you're buying way down here with a 3x leverage or something, you are holding for a longer time, but you're still making double the profit. So you're making like almost 500% profit. So I'm thinking I may try to do this again during the next cycle, which is going to be years away, as you guys know. But still, when everything comes back down a little bit, as far as, I may think, whenever we do have a dip, I will be happy to try this again in different scenarios here, especially when we do break down below that 150-week moving average. I'll make it into a series next time where if we, is it this one? This one? No, this one? There you go. Okay. Next time we do start breaking down below this moving average and it turns into a buying opportunity, I might actually start to do that. And I think the fees will pay for itself with the leverage, as long as I'm choosing some decent tokens. I think the bad thing here is there are tokens during this period of time that are on a lot of exchanges that do actually die off, whereas in a bull market, they do not die off, right? So that's something else I would keep in mind as well. But as we go through that, I think we'll be fine. Okay, well, it was by accident, but you guys saw me close $8,000 of profit, which is nice. Now I got to figure out when I want to buy back into a lot of this stuff, though. Because I don't know if I'm going to reset or not. I'll figure it out. Right now, Bitcoin still, let's go to the 4-hour chart. It just looks so much easier. Right now, you can see Bitcoin looking to consolidate. Everything is still lower highs and then higher lows. We're looking for a pretty big move here pretty soon, guys. It's taking too long. I thought we would either go up here or we go down here. We basically added another like 16 to 24 hours, which really sucks. Let's see. I know, right? Tyler, discount. I know. Bro, locking in your damn profit. I'd rather regret selling earlier than missing the opportunity. That's typically what I do, right? Profit, make a short. No, I've been so unlucky with shorting this market here. I've pretty much given up on it. Maybe I'll do a short on the BYDFi. Oh, I also do have those BYDFi positions open, though. That might be kind of nice to keep an eye on. But now that I actually see how this works and how those fees are structured, you know what I am going to do? I am going to go over to BYDFi. And these are smaller positions for sure. But I am going to close those 2 positions with NMR and Rune because those are 2x, those are 10x positions, not 2x positions. And that requires a lot more fees, I would say. So let me close this one. We can go market close, NMR. Our ocean position is up 265% with a 2x leverage. That's absolutely insane. Ape token's up 125, XVG is up 116, and Zai is up 28, and then TLM is up 139. So yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, something right there. But again, I want to stress this. This is not my main long-term portfolio. This is just one of the portfolios I made because I really wanted to teach you guys the value of dollar cost averaging. And I think $8,000 is pretty much what a lot of people might be able to earn in the market if you kind of buy at the right time and do a little bit of leverage. Right now you might be up just like 3,000 or 4,000 if you had no leverage. That's perfectly fine as well. But I think people have these unrealistic expectations that every single cycle you're just going to automatically become rich. Although I will say I did sell pretty early compared to when I normally sell. So my long-term portfolio, that will still be going on. I'll still be holding on to everything. And then starting next Thursday, I will start buying more stuff in. It's not even next Thursday. It's really when I see a pretty significant dip where I want to be buying lots of stuff in there. So I might have another $2,000 I might keep in here and just reinvest it. And then kind of as it goes up, I'll buy more. But at this point, I'm really spooked with the market. And I don't want that spooked feeling to feel like I'm not, I'm anti-Bitcoin or something right now. But this is just not what I'm used to as an investor in trading cryptocurrency. This is all happening so fast that I'm basically, how would I say? I'm basically, how would I say it? I'm taking a little bit extra precautions because we're going to have a dip eventually. I just don't know when it's going to happen. Because right now, again, Bitcoin can definitely break out here later on today and continue to rise up. Altcoins continue to rise up. And then, I could have lost down some future profits, but locking in profit, never a bad thing if you ask me. Although I wish I was going to be a little bit more precise and not close every position, but close some here, some here. Like I was going to close some of the AI ones, but now I just sold everything. Oh well. And hey, dude, you just made 8K. I know, right? I should feel more excited. I'm a pretty toned down guy. Oh, wait. Because I did just make $8, I forgot I had a cigar in my pocket. Well, let's light up a cigar here. And hey, Diablo Media, appreciate it. Profit gains, there we go. That's hilarious, but who knows? May have been the best move. Well, see, okay, so as far as I'm concerned now, if Bitcoin goes up and altcoins go up again, remember, I still have exposure to the market, but if it goes up again, I will feel a little irritated, but it won't make me mad because, again, remember, I come from a very humble background. I say question marks because it was a fucking shitty background, shitty growing up. But at the same time, you realize, well, there's some person out there probably, working for $8 an hour like I did back a few years ago when I was first in getting into the job market. And to think about making $8,000 in about 3 months, let's just call it 3 months. That itself is what? Oh geez. What is 8,000? 8,000 divided by 3. $2,666, That's like that's like 40 hours a week. Oh no, divided by 160. That's 3 months getting paid twice my first job's wage, just like that. And so things like that, they matter to me. And so I try not to be down if it goes up. It also doesn't hurt that I have exposure still, but it's money. You know, I'm going to be using it for stuff. Vacations. But not sure what else I'm actually going to be using it for right now. I know that I have some trips to plan out. I already kind of have the money aside for those trips because I've been planning them for quite a bit of time. But, you know, I'll put it into like a 4% savings account or whatever there is nowadays, whatever the rate is. There you go. All right, I'll see how this one tastes. I meant to make a YouTube short out with the clip of you selling. Yeah, probably. I'll probably have to do that. I'm having a Smoking Your Honor, Michael Gloria Cubana series. Ooh, that sounds really good, Max. That sounds very, very tasty. Will I participate in Bitcoin ETF options plays? Yes, I think I might. I think that's a lot easier than going into Bitcoin options or crypto options. I understand regular options a lot more. I do not necessarily understand Bitcoin options too much. But yeah, I understand regular options a lot more. So I only do leverage or spot as well. I do both. But spot is usually a longer term here, very, very long term. So like this one was it. So there's a lot of facets when it a lot of things that involve the one that we just closed, those trades. One of the things was it was a leveraged long-term buy where we were hoping to buy and then the price kind of go up quite a bit. The issue with those is, which I was trying to show you guys a few minutes ago, is when you trade with leverage and you hold for a long time, there are fees involved, and those fees are slowly gnawing away at the profits. By selling after, like when all of these tokens are hitting like some really crazy high levels, even if they go higher, what I've done is I've made sure that those fees did not continue to eat into those profits. So for example, with some of these trades, because some trades were a lot, some were not a lot, if I'm going down and I'm looking at this, there are transaction fees and there's funding fees. These funding fees are when I have a position open, it says funding every intervals, every 4 hours, every 8 hours, etc. And so you see some are $5, some are $30, $16, $47 for this one. Which one was that? A and B, $47. That's a lot. That took that was like 25% of my profit right there gone on fees. All right. And this was a test. I'd never done this before, which is why we kind of do this. $11, $3, $19, you know, $3 fee. That one's not too bad. $6, $24 fee. That took apart a cool maybe like 10% plus of my profit. Most of this other stuff is very tiny. $31. That one must be an AI token though, because you know $1,500, $14.83. I'm not losing much here. $15 fee. You know, that's about 10% right there. So it did take some profit away. Don't get me wrong, it did. This one $31, $23, $21. So well, look at this. To fake. I can't tell if well, hold on. Oh, I sold this a while ago. Never mind. Okay, so I'm getting into older stuff here. O&D. 3.2. So TRB. Oh, I actually bought this with a weird leverage. Yeah, because I lost $30 on it. Yes, okay. So pretty much everything from Ondo up, you know. But so there was one position I lost money on. This one right here. I bought this one literally a couple days ago. Maybe I should have held on to it. Maybe I will actually. I'll buy back into it. But the fee was 72 cents. Oh, that wasn't too bad at all. YGG. Why did I buy this? Was it dumping or something? YGG. Yeah, I must have bought it right. Actually, I did buy it up higher. So again, we'll see if it was the right decision or not. You know, profit is profit. Now that I have the profit, I don't have to worry as much. Well, on that specific portfolio. Let's go over to the 15-minute chart. We can watch it consolidate sideways for a little bit here. Yeah, that was too easy for one click. Now you no longer have to ponder the decision. I know, but I like to ponder. I've been thinking about it all day, and I knew I was moving myself towards that direction. But it should not be one click, because the first time it happened in October, Loki did it. He just pushed the mouse. And I should have just saw it coming, but nope. 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 And hey, Slick Rick sold at $140. I really hope so. So can I hold or not? Hey, Andrew, it depends on your plan. So for me right now, that was a long-term trade that kind of turned into a swing trade because of the fees, and I had been kind of curious to see how those fees would have worked out. If I held on for a few more months, maybe the profits would have been good as well. But those fees, they're not a lot, but they are noticeable. I'll say they're noticeable. But again, I think it's more. I think it's okay with the altcoins. I don't know. Overall, I think we can agree it worked out pretty well. But I think what has to be said is I also chose good tokens. Ajax, Fetch AI, just Bitcoin, stuff like that. I chose good tokens. I think instead of going a little bit heavier into Bitcoin for the next round of this, I think I'm actually going to go heavier into Ethereum, which I'll see how that works out. Oh my god, this thing is impossible to smell. Breathe in. Alright, this one does not have a good draw. We'll give it a shot though. This is a cheaper cigar. It's called Umbagog. Umbagog. Hopefully it works out pretty well. But as far as the strategy you're taking, every time you guys buy, you guys have to understand how long you want to hold it. You could always sell earlier than you plan to if you're making profits, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you buy, you have to know where your stop loss is and where your price target is at, because then you know how much money you're going to lose or how much money you're going to make, and that is crucial when you guys are investing your money. Because again, you guys may say, hey, Michael just made $8,000 by holding for a few months, right? On the other side of that, I had to work for the money to invest in there. Then I had the proper strategy. And then, of course, it kind of hit a general price target area of mine because everything went parabolic sooner than expected. But again, I had to work for that money. You guys have to work for your money. You guys should be very sure that you guys know how much you're going to be willing to lose and how much you're thinking you're going to make. It's crucial that you guys have that set in stone, which is why I'd recommend all of you guys have something of a trading journal to help you guys out with. I have a trading journal out there. I don't know if I got to find out what I did with it, but I do have a trading journal that's free. And basically it's just like you just list everything out. Hey, I'm doing this trade right now. I want to have a stop loss and a price target. If you guys use my link down below and sign up for like a Fairdesk or a BYDFi, when you're making a trade, you can have the stop loss, right? Let's say I want to buy Bitcoin, right? Let's say I go over here and I do a $100 investment, the 2x. See this little button that just popped up, TP and stop loss, or SL, target price and stop loss. I can have the take profit price be in the trade itself, the stop loss be in the trade itself. So all I do when I buy this is I hit buy long, and then I'm good to go. That's all. Then I just basically wait and see what happens. Like right now, I could do $100 Bitcoin. I can say, hey, Bitcoin may come down to 61,400. We're at 61,750. It's not the biggest move, okay? Let's just say 61,400. So I say my take profit is 61,400. My stop loss, where's Bitcoin at right now? Stop loss, pretty darn tight. We're making lower highs here. My stop loss is going to be at 62,196. 62,196. Okay. Then from here, $100 invested, a 2x leverage. Let's make it into a 25x leverage play or something. And then from here, I hit, well, not 25x leverage. That's pretty stupid because I haven't really done enough analysis to really see what's going on. 10x leverage. And then I hit sell short. Limits in. It's basically waiting for somebody to open the position. Maybe. Oh. Here, let me do this another way. It already went below my thing. $100, 2x right here. Confirm. Let's do market order. All right, so what are the two levels we just talked about? 61,400. And then the price is going to be 62,169. 169. Okay. And let's just say, oh, we might have a little bit of reversal here, but let's just say sell short. 10x leverage. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. Sell short. The position is open. And now, basically, we're just waiting to see what happens. And I have my stop loss right here. And I have my take profit. So no matter what happens now, I know that I'm either going to lose $4.71 or I'm going to make $7.59. Those are the only two things that can happen here. Plus or minus fees, of course. Or minus fees, there's no plus fees. And that's exactly what's happening. That's the best way I'd recommend that you guys want to day trade or swing trade. You can do this for a day trade, a swing trade, you name it. And so I know what I'm willing to lose here. That is absolutely crucial, in my opinion, if you guys want to go full time. It stops you from holding positions longer than you otherwise might want to, and it makes sure that you still have capital. So when your position ends, whether it's good or bad, you have that capital back in your portfolio so you can redeploy it in another trade. You know, back in the day, when it comes to the stock market, one of the reasons I don't do as much day trading anymore is because I forgot that most people, they don't have access to pattern day trading, or they don't have access to day trading stocks because they get branded a pattern day trader, which is not a good thing, right? See, I knew I should have waited a little bit, get that little reversal thing there. But again, we'll wait and see. It looks like a shoulder, head and a shoulder. We'll see if it retests and comes back down. But again, it's just a baby move. $5 to me out of the $8,000, I'll survive, right? But I wanted to show you that that's how you can enter everything in, and you're basically just sitting. So I can go to bed, I can come back to talk with you, I can ignore that entire trade because I know I'm going to either walk away with this amount of money or I'm going to sell it. If you buy and you're just waiting for it to go up without having a clear idea of where it's going to be, it makes it so much more difficult because then you get used to holding it for a while. And if you get used to holding it for a while, it can go down for a while, it can go up for a while. It's better just to have a clear understanding of where it might go and then just kind of wait for it to hit that level. Definitely a cheaper cigar, but it's okay. I got it as a gift, you know. Got to try it out. What's right here? Would I buy Hodge in my portfolio? I do not know what Hodge is. Let me check it out very fast. $13 million. This is a very high risk market coin. I can't even buy it anywhere. I can't buy it on 1inch. I can only buy it on Gate.io, Uniswap, or 1inch. I don't have access to any of these, so no. Maybe if it was on something I knew, perhaps. But the market cap seems to be too low at this point in time. The Twitter account, let's see. It has a decent amount of followers here. They're talking every now and again. Wrap up reports. Yeah, they seem to be doing okay. It could be fun to toss in some money in there, but I honestly don't know much about it. And hey, Haram, happy to see you, my man. Let me know if you have any questions. Haram, you'll get a kick out of this. I was talking about how I might want to sell some of my positions here in my portfolio. And I basically was talking about how there's this close all positions button, and I clicked it thinking that there was going to be a pop-up that says, hey, warning, you're going to hit everything. And I clicked it, and then there was no warning, and then it sold all my positions. So I made $8,000. I'll get rid of it here in a little bit, then I'll restart. Right now, we're in a little bit of a day trade, just as a lesson type of thing for how to do stop losses and price targets when you're actually having a trade. And we're just hoping that Bitcoin maybe comes back down here to 61,400. And then the stop loss is 62,168. There's not really much technical analysis in this, to be honest. Not really much at all. It's just to kind of show you how different types of trades here. I think somebody told me to go short a few minutes ago, and I was just like, okay, I'll do the short version of it. But so far, Bitcoin's consolidating and looking okay. We're basically waiting to see if we're going to have that next move up. But I will tell you, because we are getting in this squeeze right here, where you can see the lower highs and the higher lows, because we are squeezing everybody, you really do want to pay attention to your plays right now. Like, if there was ever a time where you guys have alerts on TradingView on your phone and for, like, you know, ad alert, you know, we notify in the app, show up, pop up, send email, website hook, play sound, whatever, send email to SMS. If there was ever a time, it'd be right now, because really, we really want to see Bitcoin break out and go higher. At the same time, guys, we really want to make sure that if Bitcoin does fall down and it does come back down a little bit, we just want to come back down here to the $60,000 level. We don't want to start going down below 60 or 58,000. That's where your altcoins start to come back down a lot. And that, I think that's the big issue right now. Again, they come down a lot before they go higher, but people get really freaked out when that happens. And what did I say today? People are getting caught up in the FOMO trap. FOMO right now, imagine you bought Ajax. You know, imagine you're buying any of these assets right now and there's a correction that happens. I'm not saying that one's coming. I'm saying imagine if there was, you know, Fetch AI, NMR, you know, imagine there was a correction. That changes a lot of stuff here. But some of the stuff like Stellar right now, look at this. It's breaking out here, finally. So you are seeing some good stuff. I'm basically going to be watching a little bit, and I'll be looking to add some more money here pretty soon. See, even the 15-minute chart looks so boring, though. And we're seeing more mixed results when it comes to altcoins. But again, when I say mixed results, like, look at this. EOS is down 5%. That's because yesterday it did that. Right? So, but these breakdowns are important to give you guys opportunities to buy more. Now, this thing's already fallen down 7%. That's a nice dip. Dogecoin falling down a little bit. I hope Dogecoin goes up a little bit higher. I really do hope it goes up a little bit higher. But yeah, there you go. And hey, Jake, this is I never smoked it before. It's an okay cigar at best. Umbago cigar. It seems to be doing okay. Let me see if I can find it. A friend of mine gave me a sample pack that he didn't want, and so I'm happy to try it. A pack of 10 cost $82. So it's like an $8 cigar. Not bad, but it's not my favorite that I've tried. Yeah, it seems to be good. It seems to be decent. The flavor is good. It's the draw. It's a little bit too tightly wrapped, so it's a little bit harder to get the smoke in my mouth. I miss my youthful days where I smoked hookah. Do I have some Shiba? I do have some Shiba in my long-term account. One of the reasons I went so heavy into Shiba Inu is because, again, like Dogecoin, I thought it might have a parabolic move out of nowhere, and we've seen that. But from a technical perspective, if we go look at Shiba very fast, it's down 5% today, but ultimately, look at that rise. It's come up a lot. It came all the way back down here to the levels we saw pre-bull market last year. So I was like, oh, yeah, let me buy down here, and I've sold a little bit off, but why did I sell some off here? Not my long-term portfolio, just kind of part of my long-term, actually, but not the long-term, because we ran up against a huge level of resistance, So I'm still waiting, I'm still watching, I'm still kind of exposed here, but I'm really hoping that we continue to see this market take off here. And I'm just hoping that we don't have too many consolidation levels left before we have a big move. It's just, again, we're seeing all this happen before the halving. Arbitrum's up 5% today, or 4%. Why is it coming down a little bit, though? It's cooling off a little bit. Oil went up. Let me just take a quick peek at this. Why is oil still going up? I think the Middle East is really more fucked up than the news is telling us, because oil is not really supposed to be going up right now with the way the economies are going in different places in Europe going into recession. Oil is not supposed to be this really it's not supposed to be booming right now. I think we're not being told the full truth from the news about what's happening over there and how much of a disruption it's causing. I'm not saying they're lying. I'm just saying they're not telling us everything. That's an easy way to say it. Doge on Mars is pumping. Ooh, yeah, there you go. And hey, Puma, happy to see you, my man. See, if you have any questions, Puma, feel free to let me know. I love you. I love the members when they hop in here. I'm looking at another coin, Mike. I'm curious what you think. It's called Zeta Chain. Zeta. We've talked about this before, I'm sure. Maybe not me and you, but I know we talked about this. Okay, maybe not on this one. Can I go over to OK Tech? No? Maybe I haven't. Onyx? No, this is not the one I was thinking of. Okay, never mind. Okay, so it's a new token. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. It's consolidating after a pretty nice move. It has been making some lower highs here, just barely. However, this is the opportunity to buy if you want to see it take that next swing up. I would probably start dollar cost averaging into this. Dollar cost averaging into it. I see no real reason to go heavy into it right now. I would assume if it's kind of a relatively new token, it should have a lower market cap rate. Maybe not. It's 136. $500 million market cap, 558 million. I would still say this is an okay opportunity to dollar cost average into. You know, you might want to go more heavy into it if you like, but because I'm a little more cautious since everything's already been pumping for a while, I would start to dollar cost average rather than just doing one bulk buy-in at this point. As far as the technicals are concerned, it's basically just trading in this trend. You're towards the bottom of the trend right now, if not closer to the middle. So you're really just hoping that we continue to move up higher, and your short-term price target is going to be around 270 to 275. After that, if you are able to break out, then it really goes to sky's the limits because we really don't have too much data. It comes to the point where maybe we're going to be looking around maybe $4. But let me put this in here very fast so I can kind of see. Let's go to this bottom over here. Yeah, $3 up here, $3.60, $4, and maybe up here on $5. But again, you know, this will take days and days and days to get up here. But ultimately, I still think it's a pretty good play. But you know, dollar cost averaging to me seems a safe way, just in case Bitcoin doesn't break out. But right now, you know, Bitcoin still looks fine. The 4-hour chart looks kind of bad. You know, if you look at it, you see everything's kind of bearish right now. But we're slowing down. We're not seeing, for all this bearish moves, we're not seeing, you know, Bitcoin come down. We're basically just seeing it squeeze a little bit here. Go over to the daily chart. It's still fairly bullish. We haven't had any crossovers just yet, besides maybe the stochastic. Yeah, just the stochastic. That's okay. And then the weekly chart, still bullish as can be. So I still think we're in a good spot. Really, it just comes to, will Bitcoin break out this month above the all-time highs? If that's the case, you'll see everything like Zeta Chain go up a lot more. And since it does have a smaller market cap, it should still move up pretty well. Probably another 25 to 50% at least if Bitcoin does have another run, because it hasn't technically had a big move like some of the other tokens we were watching. Because again, oh, my stop loss might get hit. I might lose that $5, guys. There we go. Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say, but you guys get what I'm saying. And hey, Justin, happy to see you, my man. What has been up, man? As you know, check out my Ethereum Classic. I'm up a killer amount. Okay, I'll tell you what's been going on here. Please watch Bonk. I mean, if you're asking me if we can look at Bonk, we can definitely do that. Hold on. So basically, Justin, I was giving it some thought earlier today, and I was thinking about, you know, that Fairdesk portfolio that I have. I was basically saying, I think I'm going to sell some of it off and lock in some of those profits because it does have a fee system. because when you trade with leverage, you pay fees, and as long as you have that position open, you're paying fees and fees and fees. And so I was gonna do something where I said, hey, I'll close some of them up and I'll see where the rest go. But I hit the close all positions button, and for whatever reason, I thought I was using BYDFi or another exchange. And usually they give you this little pop-up that says, are you sure you want to close all positions? So Fairdesk didn't have that pop-up, so it basically just closed all my positions. So live on stream, if you rewind a little bit, I sold about $8,000 worth of crypto, or more than that, but there was $8,000 worth of profit. So I walked away with a little bit of profit today. I'm very happy with said profit, and I'll be buying back in a little bit later on whenever I see a pretty good dip with altcoins and stuff. I just kind of got spooked about how fast everything was running up. It was running up so fast. Now, as far as... Oh, damn, I got this thing burning hot. It's because it's too moist. Now, as far as Ethereum Classic is concerned, it looks like you're making some good money right now. And let's go over here to the daily chart. Look at that beauty. Oh, a beautiful breakout, still going higher. A little bit of resistance right now, but why? No. It's just that basically the weekly candle is kind of forced up. We got 17 hours until the weekly candle is done. And it looks like it's heading up here towards $42 or so. Let me bring this back over here. Fibonacci level right there. Look at that. So you are hitting a little bit of resistance. Over the next few weeks, if Bitcoin's able to break the all-time highs and whatnot, you should see this have a much larger move. Now, you would think that, the next level of resistance is up here around $67 from a Fibonacci perspective. You're going to have to deal with 45. You're going to have to deal with 52. But honestly, it's been moving up so well that, you can just continue to hold on and kind of ride the wave. What I do want to do here very fast, because you saw a little bit of resistance right there, not so much right here. Let me go over here and turn the fib levels off. Oops, I just hit lock before I did that. That's not good. There we go. Does that change much up? A little bit of resistance there, broke out. You might see a little bit here on $41. Does that match up with anything over here? That matches up a little bit more. So if you take the log off, it matches up a little bit more with that resistance. So around the $40 mark, just get ready for another little bit of a headwind. But I mean, you're at 34 to 41. That's still a pretty significant move. And on top of that, if I were to go over here to the weekly chart, momentum is taking off. The daily channels are taking off. 4 hours taking off, or it's pretty good neutral. So you're seeing some pretty good moves. Just keep an eye on it. We may have moves like this with Coinbase. This Coinbase move screwed up so much stuff. It was so weird. But Coinbase, I think, is doing, their servers are back under control. It still boggles the mind how they still aren't prepared for large amounts of volume. Because again, this, like, Bitcoin's close to all-time highs. You would expect them to have something in place. That's why I kind of like, dude, what are you doing over there? I think, honestly, whatever personnel they had kind of around this level, I think they might have been prioritizing a lot of the stuff going over with the spot ETFs, because a lot of the spot ETFs buy their Bitcoin using Coinbase. I wonder if they just were trying to manage that a little bit more, and they kind of forgot put the rest of the stuff on the back burner. They put retail on the back burner for institutional investors, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. Right? I'm getting impatient with Spell Token. Spell Token's been doing okay, I think. I own some Spell Token, but Spell Token's a very low market cap token. Go over here to Spell. Spell. Yeah, it's $167 million market cap. I mean, last time we were talking about this, February 24, let's go to like a year ago. Yeah, it was down to $52 million market cap. So it's, it's definitely come up a while now from 53 million up to 166. It's come a while, but let's go over here and check it out on the market. Where be my spell? There we go. Yeah, there you go. It's basically just run up against the level of resistance here, and that's why it got knocked back down. However, if it's able to get back above that, then there's a huge gap up opportunity way back over here to 0.003, and I think that's where the big money comes in, because if you were to break out from here, drag it up to the support level, that's another 76% profit. And again, it's still only at $130 million market cap, so I still think even as a spot trader, this is still going to be a good opportunity to buy and hold. Again, if we go to altcoin season down the road or whenever that happens, wowza, look at the profits you're going to be seeing there. So again, I still think it's good, but it is hitting a pretty big level of resistance, and it's going to take a while to see what happens with it, whether it wants to cool off a little bit. It should break out eventually, but it's kind of a win type of thing, and I can understand being impatient for that type of move. But, you know, cut it some slack. Cut my spell some slack. It's gone up quite a bit. Hey, James, I will try to push the price high. Oh, man. You know, the funny thing is, as an influencer, I can actually manipulate small tokens. I've never done it before because, of course, it's like illegal. There's a whole bunch of shit wrong with it. From like just not even like a legal standpoint, but like an ethical standpoint. I don't want to have that scar on my name. You know, there's a lot of YouTubers right now that have scars on their name because they did want easy money fast and they did manipulate people. And while they may still have channels and they still may be talking and having people follow them, you know, they still did it. And not everybody, but people know they did. Like, you know, BitBoy scandal, I think that's a big obvious one. Logan Paul, now he's known as Crypto Zoo Dude, right? So I wouldn't say his reputation was good in the first place, but you guys get the point. I want to have my reputation be nice and clean, which is why I'm so transparent about everything. In cryptocurrency, you know, I try to be as transparent as I can, besides showing you guys my wallet information and stuff, because I'm like, please don't steal my my crypto, something like that. Hello, Scratcher. We can look at Bitcoin Cash if you want to. We talked about it a little bit, but basically, guys, Bitcoin Cash has just gone parabolic here. And you're like, look at that move. Oh, it's not gone up so far. It just looks like a little bit of a diagonal move. No. This move went up over 67% in 1 day. Absolutely insane. Here's the daily chart. A quick break of structure. A buy signal here, a buy signal here, a buy signal here. And boom, look at that. It took a few days, but it really did take off. Normally, you would not be expecting it to break out to that crazy level. You might be saying, hey, might have a little bit of resistance right here. Actually, the resistance was right there, so you'd be looking at right here as your next level of resistance. Resistance. But no, it broke right out. Go over to the 50-minute chart. It broke out of this. Oh, yeah, it stopped. It did stop for a half an hour. And then it came up, tested that support out. Once the support was established, it took off and went higher to where we're seeing it right now. So these levels still matter. They really still matter, but right now it's consolidating and cooling off a little bit. A-okay. Yes, those are the same tech as I just got. Wanted you to do it since you taught me everything. LOL, thanks everything, Mike. Go Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic has definitely been having a good ride. I mean, everything's having a good ride. What am I talking about? Like, there are only a few tokens I would say that are not having really crazy moves. XRP, it broke up, but it still hasn't had that crazy move yet. It's still a dark horse candidate of mine. I'm patiently waiting to see what happens, but again, how far can I zoom this in before I lose 90? There's 60? I think this will do just fine. Over the last 60 days, on the top 100, Bitcoin's up 36%. WIF is up. Let me back this up a little bit. There you go. Oops. Yeah, WIF is up 900% in the last 90 days. Up over 1,000 in the last 60 days. And I think I bought WIF with you guys just as for fun. Let me see if I did WIF here. It was wild. I did buy a WIF. We made a profit of $339 on a WIF. We did. Oh yeah, the return on investment was return on investment on WIF was 620%. 620%. Talk about a wow. Let me see. I only started to buy this though on the 12th of February. I bought it on the 12th, the 14th, and the 16th. So if we go over here to WIF very fast. Why did it gap up here? Maybe this. No, it's I don't know why it's gapping up so much on these trades. Kraken looks a bit better. So the 12th, the 14th, and the 16th is. So I bought it 12th, the 14th, and the 16th. So I bought it and then watched it go sideways and down. And then all of a sudden, it ripped up from the bottom here 464%. So, woohoo, you know? And I think I had a 2x leverage on it. So, again, I would say, honestly, that's more about getting lucky. I would say that's more about getting lucky, honestly. I didn't do... There was technical analysis involved, don't get me wrong. But I just saw a meme token and I kind of traded it. If WIF comes back down, I'll buy more of it. But I think the market cap is $1.6 billion. You know, it is pretty high. But afterwards, look at it. We got Jasmine, Floki, Bonk, you know, Stacks and whatnot. Last 90 days on the other side. 90 days. There you go. Luna C is down 23%. I never traded Luna C except for the day it kind of like, you know, when it was doing that volatile phase after it kind of crashed down. That's the last time I really traded it. To me, this is something like an AMC or a GameStop. I just don't trade it anymore. It just doesn't have a good name to me. Rune. I own Rune. It's up 30% over the last 30 days, but I bought it more recently, and I bought it on the BYDFi account, not on the Fairdesk account. But that one's down 19%. You know, STRK, that one's down 18%. Monero is down 13%. IOTA is down 6%. There's not really many things that have gone down quite a bit. You know, there's stable coins right here. We can skip the stable coins, of course. But if I go all the way back down, actually, how many coins can I have on this page? Can I do 200 coins? That'd save my life. 200? 200? No. Max is 100. Okay. But if I come down here to 2, on the second page, second top 100, or second 100, Arkham is up a lot right here. I bought Arkham. What did I buy Arkham for? Because I've been using it for a while for the grayscale data. Oh, I just showed you the Arkham actually too. That's up 415% over the last 90 days. So you got, like, you know, CKB is up 362, Zeta is up 328, Metis is up 321. You're not going to see a crazy amount of these really, really high rising market cap ones in the top 200 from 100 to 200, just because they rise so fast, they actually skip this number and they go straight to the top 100 list. And that's why you see WIF going so high. However, you're still seeing some very good moves. On the other side here as well, you got Jupiter down 61%. FTX token, who wants to buy FTX token? You tell me who. I don't know. Down 54%. Portal down 50%. Terra Classic again. You know, that's an old stable coin. 38%. Luna again. Why? Down 20%. XRD down 15. Gas down 10. There's a few positions. So if you guys diversified, you have a good chance of making a lot of money right now. Now again, the rally's not over. Different things are happening. But to be frank, you know, these little consolidations are places where people are going to be happy to try to buy. And then eventually, you know, they die out for a little bit, then you have a better opportunity to buy. But we haven't hit that level yet. We're basically just going sideways right now with Bitcoin. So that still gives an opportunity for altcoins to still keep on going up if their technicals allow. Because right now some things have just gone up so much they have to consolidate for a few days. And hey Puma, yeah, Scars, LOL, like BitBoy, yeah. Oh, hey, I'm glad you got something back from Voyager. I heard some people didn't do Voyager in time, so they missed it, because the Voyager app doesn't even work anymore. If you try to log in, it doesn't even work. So I'm happy you were able to get some stuff back from that. And take a look at VeChain. I sure can. Oh, wow, this thing's been booming up too. Let's go to the weekly chart. It broke above the last 200 weekly moving average, a golden cross on top of that. Wow, this thing was, there was like 1,000 reasons to buy this sucker. How come I didn't see this? So it's hitting your short-term price target right now of this Fibonacci level. I might actually extend this up a little bit. There we go. So 0.058 is your next level of resistance. Upwards a little bit more, you got 0.07. All right, so you really don't have much resistance here. You know, you've already blasted over everything from, 2022, like late 2022. If you're looking for a strong peak, it's all the way up here around 0.08. Monthly chart here. Yeah, look, there's not much here. I mean, I guess if you're going off of monthly candles, which is why I went here, you see this. But that's it. If you can find a way to close above this, I would say maybe on the weekly chart or the daily chart above 0.05474, no, excuse me, 0.05479. There's a few numbers after that, but you get the point. If you're able to break above this, you really just have another large monthly candle where you're shooting up towards a little under 9 cents. And that would bring you up at about a profit if you were to buy right now. That's another like 84% profit. So it's in a pretty good spot right now. As far as momentum, the momentum is going on. It looks fine to me. The daily chart's looking a little bit more weak. The weekly chart still looks strong, but the daily chart, you can definitely see there has been a lack of a larger move. It really has been kind of staying at that same level since February 16th, which has been about a couple weeks from now, a couple weeks ago. So it's lacking a little bit of momentum, but at least you're making these higher lows and the higher highs. So I think you're still in a decent spot. But this does look to be a pretty serious level of resistance, which is giving it a little bit of pause here. So you are going to have to wait to see a larger move. But at this point, it still seems like momentum is on your side. The daily chart is showing some weakness, though, so just be aware of that, okay? But ultimately, if you hold on for a few more months, it looks like it's just going to start shooting up out of nowhere because there's not much resistance afterwards. There's nothing. The Fibonacci levels and whatnot, but those you break out pretty quickly, There's still resistance levels, but the big targets are what you aim for when you're doing these larger swings. Hey, Kiba, spell token long-term good profit. I want to hit 0.01. A lot of these tokens, it's going to be hard for it to do because of the way the market cap system works. What I would do for tokens like spell tokens or those that have small market caps that can definitely grow a lot more than the average token, like that has $1 billion market cap or something similar, I would try to time your selling to when the all-time moment with Bitcoin is happening. So when Bitcoin is going parabolic and everybody's going crazy for it, I mean crazy, that's typically when I would start to sell my spell token, my STMX, and some of those tokens out there. Typically, that's the way I would trade it. I don't try to aim for profits all too much when it comes to like a set number, just because with those low market caps, they can go thousands of percents. They really can. They can go fast and hard. Next like a few months, it's up like 5,000%. So I think there's a lot of progress that can happen with it, but I just don't know how to find out where it may top out at. I try to time it with the rest of the market, and I'm holding it in a wallet until that time happens. Oh, and guys, thank you so much for hitting the like button. I really do appreciate it. Like, comment, it helps out a lot. Not a fan yet of XRP. It moves too slow for me, but I do have some. Justin, that's why I bought it, because it literally has not been doing anything. And I'm hoping it can have a large move, and it just broke out. It broke out of a 4 or 5 month consolidation with XRP. Let's see here. There we go. So consolidation's been kind of working its way since July of 2023. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Court case win and so forth. However, we have 17 hours and we want to close above this. If that's the case, then we can see XRP go from 62 cents for what it is now all the way up here to 75. I took a long on XRP last week, and thank God I did because it's going up. But the weekly charts after maybe next week or this week, we're probably going to see everything turn green for the first time since way back over here. So we might have a little more of a boom coming, maybe. So I'm this is my dark horse. So it doesn't look as good as a lot of other tokens, but I'm still giving it a chance. I'm still going to give it a chance right now and see where it goes. But this is one of my few swing trades I have. Most of the swing trades I have are maybe 1 to 2 day holds at this point. This is one of the ones where I'm going to try to give it 3 weeks, and I'm going to see. This is the biggest if in the world. Biggest if in the world. If Bitcoin comes down a little bit to try to consolidate a little bit longer, like goes to 58,000, 59,000, whatever, and we see a lot of altcoins coming down, I'm hoping that XRP can withstand the storm and go up by itself. Again, the biggest if in the world, but I'm excited to see what may happen with it. All right, back over to good old Bitcoin. There you go. Still consolidating. That trade that we took, it's down $1.88. Again, you know, we're just having fun with it. But it's not, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. And hey, Zash Cardano is going up pretty well. That's sweet. I'm going to buy V, then hold for November. Yeah, it is pretty interesting. You know, one of the things that's been weird to me so far is, again, a lot of these rallies happen during, after the halving, if you will. And one of the things we've realized is this is happening too fast. Maybe too fast is the weird way to describe it, but for me, it's happening too fast. And usually when we see these types of run-ups, we've had a few different types in the past. And this one feels like it's kind of getting into a crazy level of expectations. So, you know, before when I'd be talking about Bitcoin or different assets out there, I would probably talk about it in terms of, you know, the rally is going to last for maybe a year or so, then we're going to be looking very, very good. Kind of think about what happened here after COVID, where we ran up for about 6 months, half a year, right? 6 months from when things really started to get going. At this point, we're on month 5. We just started month 5. You know, let's say we have another big monthly candle. That might bring us up here towards $100,000 or something. To me, it doesn't feel like it's going to be a 6 or 7 month rally. Maybe to you guys, maybe? I don't know. It feels like we're kind of with this institutional money. It's opening the door to a rally that we haven't really seen since 2017, where we were going up for, let's just say, this consolidation. You know, that was a 20-month rally right there of just going up higher. A lot of volatility. Don't get me wrong, a lot of volatility in that range. But we went up for months and months and months. And I'm really curious to see what's going to happen during this time, because during 2016 and 2017, during that 20-month period, basically, we had a very good economy. We were really hauling ass, basically. And what kind of killed it in 2018 was Jerome Powell came in and he tried to raise rates, and the market just threw the biggest fit in the world. Let me show this to you, actually, because I do think it's important. Let me take a whiff of my cigar. The second third tastes a little bit better than the first third. I like it. I like it a little more now. All right. All right. So, United States Fed funds rate. So this was back when Trump was president. The economy was getting hot. Things were looking pretty good. Trump really expanded on the Obama economy and just really, like, he took something that was working out very good after Obama kind of fixed up the Bush economy. He made it into something good. Trump fine-tuned it to, like, all cylinders. Trump was really trying to focus on fixing the middle class, because he was all, what do you call it? Manufacturing jobs, the forgotten man, you know. They don't even talk about the forgotten people anymore since Trump. They just stopped talking about them. They are important. But the last 25 years, you see this little tick right here where we started to go up in 2017 and we were going up and up and up, and all of a sudden we just stopped right here. It doesn't look like it. Maybe I could go to the last 5 years. Is that, you can kind of see it. It stopped over here in 2008, 2019, and then COVID brought it down very fast. But you see how it was going down before COVID? That's because the market was throwing a massive tissy fit. And when I mean tissy fit, I mean, like, I know it's a weird word to use. Look at the SPY. This was COVID. This dip right here, this was a tissy fit off of rate hikes going up because no more free money. The government freaked out. Now, no more free money and the market's taking off and going freaking absolutely insane. You know, a big point there, a little bit of a difference. Now we're going to all-time highs. AI bubble, you want to call it bubble, you can call it whatever you want to. AI is just driving everything right now. However, if AI didn't come in here to save the day, I don't know what the market would be doing right now. Like literally, all of the money around the world came to the U.S. stock market because we have AI, and we're about to pretty much control the world here. It's gonna be like a mad world thing. But anyway, like I said, this is a long move here. And if we start bringing out some of the GAN boxes and some of those other more advanced trading tools, let's just call them that. If I go over here, let's go to turn log off. Let's try to do this as fast as possible for our own sanity. Let's try to bring a little bit of forecasting into it. Let's try to do that. Oh, come on, context, don't fail me now. Where be it? Okay, GAN box. And then I just need the GAN square. GAN square. Okay, yeah, good. It's not. Is this GAN square? GAN square fixed. Okay, GAN square. Okay, good. All right. Let's lock this into place so I don't mess it up. Let's just go to 90. A ratio. 1,000. Can we go to 800? No, it's not going to forecast it well enough. Well, let's just go to 1,000, an even 1,000. All right. I mean, just look how he blasted through everything. FTX messed us up a little bit. Still had to break it. We're just breaking it now. I mean, that next level of resistance. See, this doesn't work out too much over here, though. It could be up here towards $79,000 or so. Can I? Let me try to do this box method here. Oh, there's the rectangle. Okay. That's not what I wanted to do. But you know what? It'll do okay. $1,083. Let's just pop this up to 2,000. Oh, wait, 90. Or try this. Yeah, this is a little bit better. Look at that resistance, a little bit there, a little bit resistance there, a little bit resistance there, breaking out here. Okay, that really takes us up towards $82,000 or so. But if this rally continues, that next big level, it goes on into 2025. It looks like that really starts to go up closer to $100,000 in a hurry. Wonder how long these candles are going to be, though, with institutional money flowing in. I mean, but that next big level, well, actually, hold on a second here. I had that GAN box, didn't I? Yeah, I mean, $107,000, $110,000. That could be a potential peak. Again, we could see it go much higher and stuff like that, but right now I'm just trying to forecast the next levels of resistance. Let me go over here to maybe a daily chart. How is this working out with the daily chart? A little bit. Little bit broke down, but it was showing, it was honoring these levels here. Broke out, support, broke out. That next level is really up here towards 69, and we all know where 69 is, all-time highs. After that, up here to 73. Yeah, really. We might be able to get up to 80-something thousand dollars before the end of the summer here if we're lucky. Again, there are going to be times, guys. Let me get out of this because it looks so much cluster. I don't like it, but it's nice to use those levels. We do need to have a consolidation level like this or like this pretty soon, just because of how fast everything is going. I just want to let you guys know, again, we're close to all-time highs, and we still have 49 days, 15 hours, 53 minutes, and 57 seconds before the halving. We're moving ahead of schedule here, and I'm really hoping that the halving just doubles everything up and we just go much higher. But I think we may just be in a different cycle this time, and I think it's worth just saying, hey, things may be different. It's not a bad thing, but we might just be looking at something completely different than what we've seen in 2017, 2020, even the second round in 2021. We're probably going to be looking at something different because of the way institutional money has been flowing into the system. I know we've been looking at different stuff when it comes to, what is that? I don't know why I'm forgetting it right now. Welcome. Let me log in. Oh, what? Twitter. There we go. Oh, a little bit of smoke in here. You know, when we look at Grayscale and BlackRock and these guys, this just may be the key for Bitcoin going parabolic for month after month and after month, getting us to that $100,000 price target a lot faster. Because again, everybody but Grayscale is buying up hundreds of Bitcoin every single day. For example, Grayscale, 2 days ago, they work in market hours, of course, stock market hours. They sold 1,000 Bitcoin, 800 Bitcoin, 700 Bitcoin, 800, 800, 700, 800, 500, 200, 800, 800, 800, all within 1 day. And even through all of that, Bitcoin is still holding strong. It's still doing better because what's happening is even though people aren't going into the Grayscale Bitcoin spot ETF, they are still going over here to the BlackRock ETF. And you guys have seen that BlackRock is buying 600, 600, 400, 600, 600. They're buying that all within the same day. So pretty much it's just an exchange. And as long as Bitcoin continues to get people to go in and get much higher, they're going to have to keep on buying. Now, I know people have been talking about Bitcoin hitting like $200,000, $250,000. Well, I think it's not the largest possibility here for this rally. I do want to stress there is a way this can happen. And it really happens if the EU and a few other countries also open up spot Bitcoin ETFs in their market, because all of those players are going to have to load up on a lot of Bitcoin. And unlike BlackRock, who probably started buying a little bit early, Grayscale, who started buying a little bit early, same with ARK Invest, they've been owning for a while, the Europeans, because of their extra red tape, they haven't been able to buy as much. So they might actually propel a large portion of this rally. And this leads me to a tinfoil hat moment, which I was talking about with a friend at the lounge a few days ago. If the EU and maybe a few other countries like Brazil just hopped into the market just a few days ago, if they actually propel a leg of this market up down the road, they may be the biggest losers because everybody may be using the European ETFs as exit liquidity, where normally it's retail that's the exit liquidity. Like when me and you buy, there's some guys buying at all-time highs and they don't even know it. But these ETFs, especially the ones in countries that are going to, like they're hopping in a little bit too late, they may be facing some potential really bad moves where they have to hold the Bitcoin and they have enormous unrealized losses for an extended period of time, and then they have to wait for the next bull run before they can be made whole and so forth, because if they take those losses on their balance books, it's not going to be able to cover the fees, because we all know how fast Bitcoin can come down after it's actually reached those all-time highs and how fast it can just really dump on people. So just food for thought. I'm curious to see what's going to be going on there, and I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on that. Actually, it just seems so, somebody's going to be last. And right now, we were first. Retail was first. Institutions in America just hopped on board, and we've seen what's happened. But what happens when the Europeans get involved? I don't think China is going to get involved. India may get involved. I'm not entirely sure if they see money opportunity. And Latin America may get involved. Right now, we've already seen Brazil just open up their first spot Bitcoin ETF. That's going to be very good. And you may actually see American banks be the people that are opening the ETFs, but I think Europe wants to keep it in-house with something that they believe and trust. Like BlackRock does not like to be regulated. Let me tell you that now. Europe may try to choose somebody else who is more favorable, or they might try to say a European bank, they may try to whiff it up a little bit. Just like how we prop up American stuff, they might do it with the European banks. And hey, Justin, Mike Kobe made a play on SWE, got that baby back in November. I did a little bit of a swing trade on it, but I sold it too early. I got a nice profit, but way too early. Way too early. Yeah, no worries, John Wick. Always happy to help you guys out. And hey, Teller, I'm at work and I want to sleep. Oh, dude, I feel you right there. I definitely feel you there. Take a look at Solana. Yeah, let's take a quick peek at it. If I can find it. There it is. Solana looks just like Bitcoin on the 15. Now, Solana just broke out here. It's doing pretty well. It did get rejected from the Fibonacci level, which is a little bit of a pain. But really, if I were to take this off, you can see right here. Oh, maybe. There you go. It's pretty much running up against the level of resistance right now. It looks like, well, just as a reminder, this weekly candle that you guys are looking at for a lot of these different positions, that's up quite a bit. This weekly candle ends in about 16 hours and 54 minutes. Next week, for a lot of different tokens, not just Solana, there's Shiba Inu, there's Dogecoin, there's a lot of them. They are all going to be focused on breaking out of these very heavy levels of resistance. That's all next week is going to be about. On the flip side, they could all get rejected by these levels. So this is going to be, again, a crucial point where I want a lot of you guys to be a little bit more watchful of your portfolios this week as a whole. I don't want you guys to feel that, because your positions have been booming, that you guys can relax and just kind of wait everything out. I want you guys to be a little bit more perceptive, where you guys are maybe on your phone a little bit more normal at work. Maybe your boss yells at you once or twice, but you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm dealing with some family issues or something, right? Maybe on your smoke break. Maybe all of a sudden this week you start smoking, so you can take smoke breaks. It's fake smoking, of course. But what do you call? So I just want you guys to be more perceptive. As far as Solana is concerned, you can see it also has a breaker structure. Again, if it closes above this level right here in the next 16 hours, 17 hours, it'll be locked in, and you should have another run up around 143. There you go. And so this week, again, even if it were to close above this level, if I can do the drawing, see that support level? It's okay if it dips and rips. That's the goal, because this whole next week is going to be breaking out there. That's the big this goal. I'll just say goal again. It's what you need to be doing. Now, on the other side here, you do have a larger level of support way down here on $118. I think if Bitcoin were to drop down to $58,000 because it needs to consolidate a tad bit more before trying to make a run up towards 69,000, that's where you'd have that next opportunity to try to buy. I would not aim for exactly that level of support. I would aim for slightly above it, because most of the time, if it comes down to that exact level, it's going to be breaking down anyway, and you don't want to deal with that. You want to buy a little bit above it. And then from there, it might come back down a little bit more, but you want to pretty much have that dip and rip effect. This one is a maybe, though. That second dip is a maybe, because we don't know if Bitcoin's necessarily going to be coming back down to $58,000 or so. There you go. but it's still in a pretty good spot. Right now, as far as Bitcoin's concerned, I'm just worried that we're not going to be able to break out. That's my worry. You can see this daily candle right now. We have another 17 hours with the daily candle's over. I'm hoping that we have a massive rip, but the moment we start breaking down below some of these moves right here, let's see if I can show you this. I think you guys can see the wicks pretty clearly. You see how we have lower highs? We had a high right here of 64,000. Then we had a high of 63,676. Then 63,114. And then 62,433. And now we have a current high of 62,100. It's going down bit by bit. At the same time, we're having higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. We don't want to break down below the support level, which is currently 61,561. We don't want to break down below that because then the higher lows is broken. We don't want to break that. It's not going to be catastrophic, maybe. I doubt it would be, right? Because of the momentum we have on the weekly charts. But to me, that would signal that we just might have to consolidate a little bit longer. And that consolidation, while maybe not the best for Bitcoin, still gives altcoins an opportunity to move higher. You know, usually in these situations, because Bitcoin's coming down, we might come all the way back down here again to like 61,000, 60,000. Where people would panic, I guess you would say, is if we actually had a dip that came all the way back down here to like 58,000 right there. That's kind of scary for people. Or if we came down over the next 2 weeks to 56,000 or something, that's who we see people like, oh, you know, oh my God, you know, because that means altcoins are probably going to be flushing like 30 to 40% during that time frame. However, if we just come back maybe down to $60,000 and rest a little bit, I think we'll be fine. These dips that happen, if we were to have a dip, again, I stress if, these are just opportunities where personally, I'm going to be adding more to my longer term positions for Bitcoin. I'm not going to be buying altcoins to day trade or swing trade. Maybe some swing trades and day trades, but I'm not going to be doing swing trades during this time for longs because, again, I want to see consolidation, a breakout. I will attack that breakout, whether it's just a change of character with momentum or a pattern breakout. I'll follow that. But again, that takes a little bit of time. And what we're seeing with a lot of these tokens, as we might imagine here, is like stuff like Wild Token. See how we're just consolidating right here and waiting for the breakout? We tried to break out, it looks like. Something happened. Oh, we just got smacked back down. What the hell? That's not fun. Well, hopefully we're not getting smacked back down. But, you know, once the daily candle is confirmed and you close above on the daily, which is again like 17 hours away, you want to ride that sucker up. But if it's not closing above on the daily candle, something might be a little bit of an issue here. It looks like this just had a really nice run up here where it jumped up, what? Yeah, 10%. And I guess somebody's selling it off a little bit here. But again, you're seeing a lot of consolidation. I'm waiting to see what happens next. You're seeing a lot of red on your screen right now on the right-hand side. And that's just because a lot of these tokens ran up yesterday. KDA ran up yesterday, giving back some profits. CBGTC giving back some profits. Gala giving back some profits. Stuff like that. I really hope I didn't sell at the top. Well, personally, yes, I do hope I sold at the top here as far as maybe a short-term move. But I'm hoping that the Bitcoin will continue to move higher here. Again, our trade is still on. That little short that we did, it's still on, but nothing's happening. Sir Win Lambo? Oh my gosh, that's months away. I don't know. My goal with cryptocurrency is never a Lambo, though. My goal with cryptocurrency is a house or something. Yeah, I mean, heck, I already have a house technically, so. But Lambo, maybe by summer. Lambo summer. Take a week off from work? No, I don't take weeks off. Cigar break? I know, right? Gotta have a nice little break. These cigars have been making my streams so much better, though, because I usually get anxiety when I stream, as you guys know. And this just kind of keeps me focused, keeps me talking, keeps me energetic. Just letting you guys know what's going on, whether it's the good or the bad or just the I don't know, you know? I'm one of the few influencers that say I don't know, but like, you know, like I don't try to like sell some bullshit. Although my contacts are fucking me up right now. I'm bullish on Doge. Looks like a chart with all the indicators sexy for the first time. It definitely has been finally making a big move. I'm happy with the results that we've seen. I know there's some people selling off some of the Dogecoin right now, and I'm like all for it. whatever you guys' goals are, just make sure you stick with them. You can always adjust them if you want, but your whole goal throughout this entire process is just to make profit during this run. Whether you guys make $500 or $5 million, as long as you guys are making a profit, I'm going to be very happy. But again, that really requires you to have some type of risk management skills, and it requires you to follow a plan. I feel like a lot of people buy in without having a plan, and they just don't understand what they need to be doing in order to buy or sell. Like, you know, if you guys ask me my opinion about a lot of different cryptocurrencies, I'll give you my opinion. But, you know, I'll give you like a good side and a bad side. I don't want you guys to just say, oh, Michael's saying that things look good, you know, wait for the breakout. But the breakout may never come, because when the breakout happens, that's usually when I hop on board and I start to buy, of course. And thanks to Tobbs for Doge. I appreciate it a lot, my man. Arkham. See, Arkham. Okay, let me see right here. I don't even have Arkham as a ticker here. It just pop. We're seeing some pops and drops right now. I don't know why that's happening. You know, normally the momentum has been carrying on, as you guys know. The momentum's not carrying on right now with some of these charts. What's right here? Data issue? No real-time data. Our engineers are already investigating the problem. Is this on Bitcoin too? What is this? I mean, I see Bitcoin still going up and down though, right? Hold on a second here, guys. Has TradingView really not posted since January 25th? What happened to TradingView? Okay, not the big thing. Do they have a support section? TradingView support, maybe? TradingView India. TradingView support. No, they don't. Okay. I'm going to keep on doing this, but there is a warning that just popped up on TradingView that says data issue, where it says no real-time data. Our engineers are already investigating the problem. I'm seeing data come through right now. I'm seeing the price actually move up and down, so maybe it's just a glitch or something. But just a heads up there. That's not something you normally see on TradingView here, okay? Now, going back a little bit to Arkham. Let's go to the daily chart. This thing has really started to go up a lot more, especially because people are using this more and more on social media, because we do want to see the data coming out. Like, for instance, we want to see how much Bitcoin BlackRock is buying, because they are buying a lot, how much Grayscale is selling, you know, alerts, visualizers, all different types of stuff here. An entity, I don't know, Bitcoin, I don't know. All right, it'll pop it up here in a second. Not the point though, but you can see there's a lot of cool tools in here, and it's becoming something that people use quite a bit. I'm going to learn how to use it more, and I'm probably going to make a tutorial on it pretty soon, which will be pretty cool. Invite 10, what's this? Invite your friends. Oh, 10 invites to remaining. VIP affiliate program. Oh, I'll apply for the affiliate program here. Anyway, you're seeing it have a really big run up and reach all-time highs. When you're dealing with these all-time highs, you can't necessarily look for old levels of resistance, so it becomes a little bit more difficult. However, we have our handy-dandy Fibonacci level, which I really do enjoy. So, trend-based Fibonacci signals. Oops, no magnet. Low, high, low. And then we're looking for a few different levels. Let me lock this in place. No, do I want to lock it in place? No, okay. We just broke above our last level of resistance, which was $2.10. We're currently at 260. That next level of resistance seems to be all the way up here at 581. I don't want to have it be so far away. So what I'm going to try to do here is actually just remove this and have it come down a little bit. And even then, it's still not working out. Fuck, geez, okay, here. It pretty much broke up. Support, trying to break up again. All right. Sorry, guys, my contact. I've been wearing these all day, so they're drying out, and they're not performing to their expectations. There we go. So right now we actually have a different dilemma. Now it's trying to find another Fibonacci level here. No, there really isn't a lot we can do here. Okay, we'll go to second run it here. Now we have to pop it up, yeah. Your next one is going to be around $3.36, it looks like, for your next level of resistance. At this point, though, momentum on the 4-hour chart is coming down quite a bit. You're seeing it pop back up a little bit right here, but it hasn't gone back to being positive. The daily is still positive. Daily's mixed, but the weekly should be full. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to really get much data here, are we? But the weekly chart ultimately looks okay. Let me go to the hourly chart. Popping back up a little bit. 2-hour chart, more mixed. It's not, I wouldn't really buy this right now just because the momentum isn't really telling me to. But if you try to keep on holding and Bitcoin does have a breakout later on tonight, the momentum from Bitcoin should take you all the way back up here to that next level of resistance, $3.34. After that, you might have a few more options as far as Fibonacci levels. But because this token is so new and I don't have a lot of data for maybe like way back in time over here, or I meant like way back over here, I would say that you should stick around for that 330 profit and see if you're able to get up there. But after that, you're probably going to see a pretty decent rejection because I don't know if Bitcoin's going to necessarily break above $69,000 next week. It may take a few more weeks afterwards. And this is the 4-hour chart. This is tomorrow. So tomorrow you have an opportunity. After that, we'll see if we can actually break out. And of course, after all that, Bitcoin went back down to the exact level where it was before. Nothing crazy has happened. All the fake Bitcoins are popping. I mean, you know, it's a sector move, right? So Bitcoin Cash, you know, Bitcoin Gold, they're all making moves. It's a sector. You follow the sector. Just like how we did the AI tokens. I didn't just buy one AI token. I bought a whole swath of them because I knew they were all going to run up, and I put a lot of more money into some of those market caps where they may be a little bit more medium market cap instead of low market cap, and they still performed adequately, if not, well, not adequately, amazing. DYDX is a good hold right now. I would say I'm not holding it for a swing trade or a day trade. It's more of a long-term asset at this moment in time. I want to see a little bit more momentum on it after a period of consolidation. Make sure you use your stop loss. You got that right, Justin. It goes a long, long way. The trading view in Brazil also like that at the moment with the no data. Yeah, let me see. It's back. It says market open right now, so it looks like it's back. It might have just been a pause for a few seconds, but I have no idea really what that was. Do I think Shiba Inu will rise soon? Shiba Inu has already gone up a lot. It is at a massive level of resistance. I know we've talked about this a few times, but I just want to make this point clear. If I can find it. There you go. Shiba is down 8% so far today because it did run up a lot yesterday. So this is Shiba Inu. We broke above the last two levels of resistance right here, and we're now at the third level right here. This is where you're going to see a lot of people taking profits. A lot of people. We haven't been over here since April of 2022. That's about, what, 2 years ago now? So you're seeing a lot of people take their profits right now if they bought over here, or you're seeing them actually sell if they bought over here and they just want to minimize some of the losses that they were exposed to. Let me do something here. There you go. Okay, so this is the order block right here, and you see how we got into it and we just started getting rejected off of it. Right now, Shiba Inu is going into a consolidation period. You want to be very careful if you're buying into this until you see some type of reversal, because this is where you have a pure FOMO moment. So if you're buying up here, you missed out on all these buy signals. Like there was a buy signal right here. There you go. A breakout, and it just went up like a crazy. It went up higher. There was another breakout structure right there, a change of character right there. On top of that, you had the momentum that said buy, 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 all right over here. You also had some momentum that said buy, buy, and buy with RSI over here. So a lot of the big buy signals for this, they were all over here. Now that the run has already happened, I don't really feel inclined to be buying anything like this at this point in time. They've just gone up too fast, too fast. I don't feel inclined. So if you're looking for another entry inside of it, really what you're looking for is not the daily charts, because all of those breakouts have already happened. Instead, what you're looking for is something maybe on the 1 hour chart or the 4 hour chart. But when you see these types of consolidations happen, like this, or on a 1 hour chart, right? When you see these things happen, you have to be able to buy on the breakout whenever that happens. We have no pattern at this moment popping off. Maybe a double top, we have a top here. Kind of feels almost like a triple top though, if you will. So you're seeing a top right here, and you're not seeing a pretty decent level of support. It looks like that support level is down here at 0.00001868. You might want to buy if it comes back down here, perhaps. But for me, because I'm a little more wary, because again, it has ran up so much. Instead, I'm going to wait for it to have another breakout here on the 1 hour chart or the 4 hour chart, and then I'm going to chase that momentum. Because even just in the few minutes since we started talking about this, it's still coming down. I don't want to buy this at this really crazy level of resistance. You know, resistance, this is all resistance. I don't want to be buying up here. I want to be shorting over here. And it seems like this is coming down for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on. Is Bitcoin coming down? But long story short, it looks like it wants to consolidate. It doesn't look like it wants to go up right now. Watch the 1 hour chart and the 4 hour chart. It'll give you a few ideas of when you're going to be expecting a larger move. But right now, no, I wouldn't say Shiba Inu is at the top of my list of things to buy. It looks like it's not having a good time already since we started talking about it. That doesn't really ultimately matter. But you want to see it fall, consolidate. Once it has established a floor, then you could wait for the breakout. But I stress, if you buy the breakout, you are still going to be looking for a stop loss and a price target. And the price target is not going to be something parabolic this time. It can be maybe 20%, maybe 30%, but you're not going to expect it to be parabolic because it's already had that big move. And typically, if it's consolidating for just a few days, it doesn't mean it's going to continue to have a massive rally when it has a market cap like Shiba Inu. If it was a smaller market cap play like, you know, 500 million or 400 million, even $800 million market cap, then you could see maybe a 30% pop or a 80% pop or something like that. But not with something with a higher market cap like this, unless something really big happens. So, a little bit of a weird spot. What's going on with Bitcoin? Is it coming down a little bit? Bitcoin's coming down a little bit. So we're seeing a little bit more action. Again, in the scheme of things, 15-minute chart, it's not doing much, right? But we may come close to my little buy zone, my little short zone. Yeah, my short zone is 61,400. We'll see if it comes down there. What you guys can see here, Bitcoin has this level of resistance on here where it's going to have to break down below that. But this is just a fun little day trade that we took because I was like, you know, the way it's looking, we might come back down here for another dip. And of course, the big thing for today, I'll add the line onto the chart. Oh, did we do it? No, we haven't. Okay, phew. That was going like, oh shit. See this? See these lower highs? See these higher lows? We don't want to break down below this higher low right here. So I'm going to add on a horizontal ray onto this. We don't want to break down below this. Okay, right there. We don't want to break down below this. But something's pushing us down there. Let's see if we get some support though. And there we go. It pushed us down. So now we've broken down below we've broken the higher lows. And you're seeing Bitcoin get punished a little bit because of it. So this is the one thing we didn't want to see happen. This being said, I know I'm telling you guys to watch your positions. Dogecoin is now down 10%. Ape is down 7. AX is down 7. XRP is down 7. Bitcoin Cash is down 8. Bonk is down 15. Chiliz is down 11, and so forth here. I want to remind you guys, if you can, please follow me on other social media. I got a Telegram group down below. I have a Twitter account, which I posted actually before I went streaming because I was out with my family. Everyone, please keep an eye on your positions today. Really hoping we don't have a shakeout moment on Bitcoin as it tries to finally break out. Okay, maybe only 60 people saw this. Twitter doesn't share my content with people. I understand it. But I think I did a post on YouTube about it as well. Maybe? Did I do a post on YouTube? Bitcoin wasn't able to break out, so please keep an eye on your position today. Whales have to step in or things will get nasty for a day or two as tokens take a breather as a whole. Oh, Jesus. A little bit of a heads up. I try to give you this type of stuff. But again, that was the support level we didn't want to break down below. So now, this is what the 4-hour chart looks like. Again, this is not some type of devastating move. We can always make a higher low right here. So again, a low, a new higher low, and then we go like that, and we have a new pattern, and we're looking to break out here. That's still game on. But you're seeing altcoins take profit. You're seeing people take profit of altcoin. That's the key here. Hence why I said shakeout in one of the posts. So keep an eye. You can see we already got bought and back up over here. Again, you know, things are interesting at the moment. Oh, did my position close? It didn't close. Oh, bitch. Look how close we came to the target price. My greedy ass didn't want to do it the right way. Who cares? I'm greedy. I'm so freaking greedy. I hate. That's what irritates me. It's that shit that irritates me. But who cares? It's okay. But yeah, so that's what we're seeing right now. You're seeing altcoins just show a little bit more volatility. Few tokens are down. Other tokens are doing okay. Theta's up 5%. UFO tokens up a little bit. But you're seeing some of those tokens that did go up quite a bit. You know, they're shedding some profit right now. And that's one of the reasons I put up that post today. Again, I don't know if you guys saw it or not. Crypto investors are falling into the FOMO trap, you know? Yeah, so. And then my other video, the altcoin boom continues, because oh my god, today was so much fun to trade. There we go. All right. It's still acting as a level of support, but we already broke down below it, so I'm a little bit more concerned now. All right, let's keep watching it though, but we've had our first little bit of action. And I want to stress something. Altcoins may be dropping 5 to 10%. Bitcoin just fell 0.82%. Bitcoin didn't do anything necessarily nasty, but from a technical perspective, it did do something nasty by break the higher lows here. Well, Doge just took a small dip. Oh yeah, everything just took a dip right here. Bonk's down a little bit as well. Which one do I prefer, Ajax or Fetch? Fetch AI has been outperforming Ajax, I think. I enjoy Fetch a little bit more. From a technology perspective, Fetch I think a little bit more. But they're both really good to invest in. Like, I would not hold one over the other. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. All right, hold on a second, guys. Let me change the title of this video and the what do you call this video. Damn it. Okay, There we go. Okay. I don't like how I had a very bad feeling today, and I was like, maybe I really feel like I need to be taking profits, and then boom, I take my profits and the market dips. I think one of you guys called this a few minutes earlier though, and there we go. Oh, wait for it. Did my it's literally not hitting my position. Let it close. Just let it. Oh, there it closed. It closed. Yay! It closed. All right, a little bit of a flash thing right there. All right, I made my $7. Day trade for the day. Hey, Justin, damn, all my stop losses hit. That's the way it rolls. But hey, at least you had a stop loss. At least you had a stop loss. Because there's a few things that could happen right now. It could be a stop loss attack where they attack the stop loss and then we suddenly start going up. You know, but if you locked in profits, you're good to go. Subtitles are available, are unavailable live. Yes, I think so. Because YouTube doesn't know how to do that in a fast enough time. Maybe in the future they will, which would be kind of cool. I feel like if a TV can do it, so can YouTube maybe? I hope it dips so I can buy more before the rip. Yeah, I mean, most guys, again, a lot of people, when you see this Bitcoin dip, again, Bitcoin's down 0.68% on the day. It's not a lot. Altcoins are the things that are dipping and scaring everybody right now. These dips, in the scheme of things, are just great buying opportunities. And I think, honestly, we needed some buying opportunities because, again, everything has run up so much so fast. And again, I'm okay with that, but I think it just has to be said that FOMO is there. Like, FOMO exists because people get really hyped up and they buy too late in the cycle. If you guys watch my channel daily, I'm pretty open about when I'm buying altcoins and when I'm doing stuff. And for a matter of fact, some of my swing trades probably just got closed too, you know? But it's only people that really watch me for a while, I think, that really understand how I like to trade and the way I disclose my information, if you will. So, again, Bitcoin's dropped 0.59%. It's not terrible. What's terrible is altcoins taking a lot of profit and some shakeouts coming. Although I wish I had more exposure. That's why please follow my Twitter, follow my other channels. Because I need to get the algorithm to be cooking in my opinion, in my favor here. And hey, Scratch, I am definitely happy I sold my positions today. And hey, Veg, I'm doing very, very well, thank you. Can you show the second chart for Bitcoin? Yeah. That's why I pay the $60 a month. So this was the attack that we just saw for dropping it down, and it looks like it's trying to. We're seeing a little bit of lower highs here, but in lower lows. We'll see what happens. There we go. Let's just watch it like this. Because that was the support level we really didn't want to break down. And it took a little bit of effort to do so. Again, let me come back down a little bit. Now that we broke it, it's a lot easier to break it over and over again. Right now, bulls are trying to build a new wall into here. Which, I mean, it's not going to be impossible. But bears may take a little bit of a lead here for a couple hours. Again, this dip doesn't mean the rally is over. It just spooks people a little bit. Hey, Zash, who the F sold his Bitcoin right now? In my defense, I sold it an hour ago. I sold all my positions an hour ago live. I did not sell them now. But it was after a lot of talk and discussion with you guys. I was like, my instinct is just like to sell. Cardano is soaring. What's it now? 88. Yeah, it's down. It's down a little bit right now. It was soaring. It's having a little bit more of a dip now. 15-minute. Oh shit. Yeah, 15-minute chart. It did break down a little bit, so just be careful with it. But again, you're just seeing a little bit of a shakeout right now. We'll see if it actually amounts to be something more. But Bitcoin at this point, it did break the cycle of lower highs. Excuse me. It did break the cycle of higher lows. And basically what's going to happen now is, although we did break that higher low situation, then the next move here is to go over to the 4-hour chart or the daily chart. Again, you see how we had a higher low, a higher low, a higher low, then we broke it right here. We want to have a low, and we want to have a higher low over here. So we want it to find its footing before it breaks down below this. So your next big level of support that you don't want to break, there's two. This one right here, 61,131. I see, okay. And the one after that is 60,364. So let me add these as maybe red lines. Right, those are the next two levels we don't want to break down below. If we break down below this one, we're most likely coming back down here to at least 60,500, or maybe 60,800, somewhere around here. And that'll be another big dip for anybody to freak out. But overall, we just want to keep the higher lows in here. That way we can have somewhat of a larger pattern. Because again, this in and of itself is a pattern too, right? Let me see if I can pull this up. That's not big enough. That's not nearly big enough. Where's that? This one right here, the descending triangle. Can I show you this? This one right here. Descending triangle. You see how there's a flat bottom right there? And you see the lower highs here? We're basically now working as we try to break out above it. We still have a good opportunity. But if we break down below it, that's where things get a little bit nastier for the market as a whole. We're not there yet. We're not at the breakdown part. We're not even close to the breakdown part. I want to stress that. We're not even close to that level. However, if we even make it back down to the support level, altcoins are going to be feeling some pain during that process. But again, look at this right here. Let me take this off now. Let's take that off. You see it? You see it? You see how we have hours and hours? This is Tuesday. So we could be coming down for a couple days and then breaking out sometime on Wednesday and then continuing to go higher, much, much higher. I want that to be understood. And then on top of all that, your altcoins out there, whether it be an ADA or something like this, well, ADA actually just broke down below support. So it might actually, ADA might come all the way back down here towards 65 cents and then consolidate and then try to rip up. But again, all these altcoins are going to be taking a little bit longer to consolidate because again, they move up after Bitcoin moves up and then they have their nice soaring moments while Bitcoin's trying to consolidate a tad. So give these altcoins a little bit more leeway. But again, now we have a trend line. You can attack it right there and play it. If you are too afraid or scared or you're just a little too worried about buying the dip and you're worrying about these types of moves, you can wait because there's a chance that ADA may come all the way back down here to 62 cents. A chance. We'll see if it actually happens. But it's that type of way of thinking that'll keep you guys a little bit more profitable during these volatile times, of course. Okay, let me get rid of all this crap on here now. Let me put that. Oh, and you see a change of character just popped up on the 15-minute chart as well. Okay, 5-minute chart, 1-minute chart. Seeing how we broke down to a consolidation, and you see this right here, right? And trying to push this down a little bit more. Probably better to do this in a 5. Well, no, there's not enough data to do it. But we're getting pushed back down a little bit more. So let's do this. And you can see it happening right here. Well, at support though. Okay, do I really want to keep smoking this? This thing has been hard to smoke all the way through. Do I have a backup? I do have a backup. This one is a little bit more squishier. This one is called a cane. Okay, let's talk about the devil while Bitcoin's going down. That sounds about right. We broke down below the next level of support. Was that the support level that we had? No, we still have a little bit more support level afterwards. A little bit there, a little bit here. Let's move this down. So you guys can see it here. Again, Bitcoin's down 0.85%. Altcoins are where the pain is. So most of you guys, if you have stop losses, your positions are down quite a bit. Let's see. There we go. All right, so let's just take a quick peek here. Let's go to maybe the 1 hour chart. Let's go to auto. You can see Bitcoin's taking a slight dip back into the order block. Again, we'll wait to see what happens. I'll be live for a while here. Let's just kind of go down the list and see what's happening. Ethereum, a little bit of a dip here. I know we talked about some of these moves here. Let me get rid of this lines and whatnot. Let's see. Oh, Ethereum broke down below the order block though, huh? ADA. Oh, for heaven's sakes, all these scribble lines now are just going to kill me. ADA broke down a little bit too, coming back down to some support levels. Dogecoin, same thing. AMP, Ape, Arbitrum, AXS, BNB. XRP had a false breakout because of this shit. All right, Bitcoin Cash coming back down a little bit. Bonk, Chili's, AVAX, Comp, Pro. You're seeing a lot of dips across the board here, guys. Gala, GTC, ICP, ID token. Oh yeah, got rejected as well. KDA. How's Litecoin doing? Oh, even Litecoin, wow. Shiba Inu is getting knocked back down. We've already talked about Shiba Inu, how I wouldn't be buying that right now. STMX had a pretty significant drop. Same with Sushi token. Fetch AI. Oh, AI token. What the heck's going on here? Fetch AI said, forget you. I'm going back up. Look at this 5-minute chart. AI tokens are in a realm of their own. Same with Ajax. Wild token came down. It's come back a little bit, not as much. Oh, yeah, look at that double top, pure double top right there. But R&D, what's with AI tokens right now? What is with AI tokens these days? Jasmy's doing okay. Some of these tokens, like these tokens that are doing this makes me want to buy so much more of them when they do have larger dips. Because it is Theta's come back up a little bit. Most altcoins aren't doing this. Very interesting. So keep an eye on those altcoins there, guys. Keep an eye on those AI tokens. They are going to be gems in my opinion down the road. We've cooled off a little bit. You can see right there, we've cooled off a little bit. Now we may have to wait a few more minutes if we want to have another drop, but we're cooling off a little bit here after that drop. 5-minute chart, 1-minute chart. We can watch the 1-minute chart here, kind of see where things are going. Actually, hold on. Yeah, rough, just rough right now. Fetch is going nuts. Oh yeah, there you go, Tyler. I didn't see it. Hey Tim, looks like R&D wants to do a dip and rip type of thing, but I mean R&D is going into these AI token kind of craze, so it's not doing what every other token is doing right now. Look at it. This is the 4-hour chart. It had this larger dip, and then it basically just came back up to where it was before. So you're seeing stuff like that. Fetch AI still going up. Most other tokens are not as bullish right now. So AI, it might actually have a run while everything else is going down. So be prepared for that. I was not prepared to see some of these moves here as far as like Fetch and some of these other ones. Just to show you what I mean. Here, Fetch took Fetch fell down 11% in 30 minutes, 12% 30 minutes. And then it just rallied up in 15 minutes, 17%. If you shorted this, you just got annihilated. So I'm wondering if this is basically a massive bull trap here. And even here on Fetch, you're seeing they're still trying to buy it up. Oh yeah, this is so much better. The draw is so much better on this one. Yeah, just wow. Just wow. Just was not expecting it. Again, here's Bitcoin, you know. Bitcoin's breaking out again and trying to get back up here. Interesting play here. Do I trade CAS? No, I hold it though. AI tokens are literally unpredictable. Yeah, but my God, dude, like, there's a reason why I bought so many of them. But I'm hoping we have a good dip so I can, you know, at least try to buy up more. They ran up too fast to have incredibly large positions on them. They always go up when Bitcoin goes down? Yeah, but not like that. Not where they have a flash, like a little dip as well, then they come back up. I felt like they just normally kind of hold steady. Excuse me. Wanted to know if you had any thoughts on Crow this month. Not asking for advice, just opinion. Right now, Crow is one of those tokens that I really do enjoy because it does have some really nice moves. Because typically during these bull markets, now again, I don't have TV. I don't pay for TV. I pay for just maybe a few streaming platforms here and there, as I view them, as I watch them. However, Crow usually will start to put out more commercials here, which would be pretty nice. And a lot of people like to buy their token because of the way their debit card works. So I like Crow for the long term here, for the next few months at least. From a day-to-day perspective, Bitcoin just is doing some shakeout activity, so Crow is probably dropping like a whole bunch of other stuff. But typically, Crow's already had an amazing rally, so I like it for a longer-term hold here for sure. And hey, Wilder, love you, Mike. Got to work in the morning, so I got to sign off. Hey, no worries, Wilder. Have a good rest of your night and say hello to everybody for me. Hey, Michael, do you recommend any coins to buy right now? No, not at this point in time. Really, the way I would describe what I'm looking to buy, and there's not really many examples of it right now at all, is right now Bitcoin's taking a pretty good dip. You know, it's down a few $100, and that dip is like really moved down a lot of altcoins. Okay. Now, because Bitcoin's broken down a little bit here, you're going to see a little bit more volatility over the next 24 hours. That volatility could be up or downwards. Most likely it's going to be downwards unless whales can come in here and give us a really big kick in the butt and really get us going, which is always a big if, right? However, what I'm looking for here, if I am going to be buying into a token, is you guys want to be specifically looking for the 1-hour charts. So as the 1-hour charts show you a little bit more consolidation with the token, so you see a lot of these tokens like dropping at this point. So maybe something like an ape token. See how it's dropped a little bit? See how it dropped? You want to see it consolidate for a while, and whenever you have some type of pattern breakout, you guys want to go and trade that pattern breakout to the upside if it breaks out. That's what I'm waiting for in order to buy, and I'm going to be doing maybe a 1 to 2 day hold on those particular plays. I don't know yet if I want to hold them for a week or so, because the consolidations have not been long enough for me to say, hey, you know, if I want to hold something for weeks, it has to be consolidating for at least for a few days. It really has to be, hopefully for a week itself. But yeah, right now I'm not really buying much. I'm basically watching and kind of waiting for momentum to slow down a little bit. Because again, if we go back over here to Bitcoin, back over to the daily chart, the reason why this was important, let me just go over here to this Bitcoin chart. The reason this was important was we had these higher lows here, higher low, higher low, higher low, lower high, lower high. So we were in this pattern like this, okay? Yeah, there you go. You can see my hand doing that. We were in that. Basically, we just broke down to the downside of this. It's not a massive breakdown, but I think it's important because we did actually break down, we broke the cycle. So now what's going to happen here is something more of where you have to pay attention to the 4-hour chart. And this is what I was just talking about a few minutes ago. Now that we no longer have these lows, which were higher low, higher low, higher low, now we have to hope that Bitcoin doesn't fall down below this support level or this support level. In reality, I'm okay if Bitcoin breaks down below 61,131. I'm okay if that happens. What you really don't want to have Bitcoin break down is around $60,000 and $60,364. That'd be a bad sign. This is Bitcoin Tether 4-hour chart. That's why you don't want to have it break down. In that case, what you're going to do if you want to be safe at this point in time is you're probably not going to really buy Bitcoin for a day trade or any type of trades until we break out. So you take out this floor because other things can happen. Remember, there's a whole host of things that can happen right now. Let's say Bitcoin continues to come down and we come down for a few days and then we break it over here. I want to buy on that breakout, or it breaks over here, whatever. I want to buy on that breakout. But if Bitcoin were to come back down even more down here, you know, before that breakout, what you basically have is a pattern like that. We have a falling wedge and you're basically waiting for that breakout. Now, of course, we could break down below this and come all the way back down here to 57,000 or something. Let's not talk about that now. Bitcoin still has a lot of momentum on its side. When the market opens up Monday, maybe we have some good news that kind of carries the day, so to speak. But for now, you guys are really waiting for that next big breakout to happen. And that's what I'm waiting for before I start really buying up a lot of stuff. If you guys want to buy an altcoin right now, you guys are going to be looking to buy it at a level of support. Now, some things like ADA, ADA had a support level. We just broke down below it like it was nothing. See right here? Broke down, whoosh, a bunch of stop losses hit, and that's what we just saw right there. It's okay, right? We're already back above it. However, if you want to buy down here, it just adds on a little bit more risk, which some people don't like to see. So you're either going to try to buy it right now and hope for the best. Well, it's already kind of popped up, so it's kind of a little bit different now. Or you're going to see, will it break down a little bit lower down here? And maybe you have an opportunity to buy it maybe in the mid-60s, mid 60 cents, so to speak. But that's for the whole bunch of other stuff. There we go here. 5-minute chart here. Because again, overall, the momentum on the weekly chart is still looking pretty good. But the fact that we broke down is not the best of signs here. But again, one of the reasons people were telling me, hey, should I short here? One of the reasons I tell you guys I have given up on shorting is because of moves like this. I did what you might call a day trade short, but I'm not doing a swing trade short into this madness. Because you get crap like that where you get stopped out really fast. Although the stop loss is probably up here on 61,900 levels. I did a small trade for I shorted over here and went down and went back up, and then it finally came down to my my price target. Probably best to go over here, yeah. But it looks like altcoins are taking a little bit of a more of a beating than everything else. Okay, so at least right now things are looking a little bit better for Bitcoin. I've had Crow for 4 years, and the Jade Green card is amazing offer. Those cards are absolutely amazing, and especially if you're looking to hold those tokens for a while, you know what? They actually pay for a lot of your stuff. It's a really good deal, especially as Netflix's Netflix's prices have gone up a lot in those 4 years. Bitcoin went to test the experimental average of 20 on the 4-hour chart. Oh, exponential, excuse me. We'll come back with strength breaking upwards, making a continued trap in the 4-hour. Yeah, again, I'm hoping we can break out, but I'm not buying until I see those breakouts because altcoins took a little bit too much of a dip, if you ask me. Like, again, Bitcoin went down 0.86%. Altcoin should not be falling 10% on a 0.8% move with Bitcoin. So I am a little bit more concerned with altcoins right now, and so we'll be watching this for a while. I want to see what's going to happen here. I'm hoping Bitcoin can kind of rally back on, but I'm definitely taking a pause moment where I'm just like, okay, I can wait. You know, like I said, at the beginning of the stream, I just locked in $8,000 of profit live with you guys. I locked it in. It's my money, you know. It's well, not my money. It's realized gains. Although I guess that does make it my money too. But what do you call it? You get the point. And so now I'm just going to be patient to kind of watch this play out. And hey, Poncho, happy to see you, my man. New subscriber, I appreciate it. Loving the content. What do you think about B cut? We've had higher lows for a while now. Oh. There's not enough data on it for me to do any technical analysis here. Not enough at all. It's been pretty volatile. Let me see. Very small market cap. Yeah, $32 million market cap. So when it comes to stuff like this, and they're fairly new on some exchange, it looks like it's on Bybit, Gate.io, KuCoin, and a few other ones. Not many, but a decent amount, right? In these circumstances, all I do is I just dollar cost average maybe 50 to a couple $100 into it, and then I just let it sit and I let it wait. Typically, I would probably invest $50 into this because the market cap is only at 32 million. From there, I wait and I sit and I'm waiting for Bitcoin to hit all-time highs. Because typically the way I get out of my long-term positions, some people on YouTube, like we all have our different styles of trading, as you guys probably know from you guys watching maybe my channel or other people's channels out there. Some people aim for a specific price target for Bitcoin. That's not what I do for my price targets. I look for certain patterns that have happened historically, and the easiest pattern that I think a lot of you guys will probably realize or maybe know is that here is the Bitcoin weekly chart. There we go. Let me go over to the daily chart. Yeah, everything's fine. So every time Bitcoin hits all-time highs, and we have a death cross between the 20-day moving average and the 50, which is right here, it usually signals that the all-time, that the rally's pretty much over, and we're looking for a little bit more of a drop. So all-time highs, we drop back down. All-time highs again, and we drop back down after this death cross right here. That's typically what I'm looking for. No, that's not all-time highs. Where's all? Yeah, all-time highs is right here. You'll notice again right here we have a death cross, and we came back down. So there's another one way back in time as well. But that's typically what I'm looking for. On the other side, if you're looking for like bear market territory type things, when you're looking for those really good buying opportunities that you get like a couple years ago, typically what you're looking for, is you're looking for death crosses and golden crosses. Golden crosses are great opportunities to buy into the market because the market's going to be going up eventually. So here's an example of a golden cross. If you bought right here, you're very happy with where we are right now. A death cross, on the other hand, right there, oh wow, look at that nasty move. Normally, well, not all the moves aren't normally as drastic, but we had what would I call this? We had exchanges that were going down due to various reasons, through not having enough crypto, fraud, just a lot of stuff going on, as you guys know. A death cross over here after all-time highs, and again, bad things definitely happened there, as you could imagine. And then there's some other stuff over here, but I don't have access to it. Excuse me. But that's some of the stuff I look for to say, wow, this move is open. And then once you see these moves happen and you're seeing some of these death crosses here, what you normally want to have on your chart is one of two things. It can either be a 100 weekly moving average or a 150 weekly moving average. And then from there, once the price starts to break down below this, you are going to start buying heavily with dollar cost averaging. What you can afford to lose, basically, is what you're adding in here. And then over time, this will all be very well worth it once we start breaking back out above it and so forth. You know, there was the COVID drop over here. There was the bear market of the last couple years. There was the drop over here in 2018. And then, of course, you know, there was some other stuff down here if I had a larger chart here. But that's the way I typically will do it. So I basically look for a lot of historical patterns. And right now, I'm not overly concerned with Bitcoin at this point. It's still consolidating. And again, what I want to point out for those of you guys that may have just joined the stream, the big thing with Bitcoin here is that we had this higher low situation working out. So low, higher low, higher low, lower high, lower high. We were basically getting squeezed. And right now, we're just breaking down to the downside a little bit. Again, not the end of the day. Really, what you guys don't want to have happen right now is, even though we're dipping, you want to see us curve down and then go back up and then see that breakout right here. You want to see that breakout and you want to buy right there. What you don't want to have happen is us break down below. Well, that's not a pretty good line. You don't want to see us break down below this, basically. Can I draw a straight line? Not really. We don't want to break down below that. To me, that would signal a much longer move down, which would bring us back down closer to $58,000 or so. Which, again, is a great opportunity to buy Bitcoin, but again, not everybody is able to buy during dips because they're somewhat afraid, because they're afraid it's going to keep on dipping. And again, that could always happen with a month like this, but you know, let's wait to see what happens. This is why I stream every day for the most part, so I can keep you guys updated. I already know that tomorrow is my day off. I normally don't stream on Sundays. I already know I'm streaming tomorrow. I already know. Let's go back over here to the 5-minute chart. No, wow, we got walloped back down. Yeah, we got walloped back down a little bit here. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. There we go. No, we can keep it like this. Definitely seeing some moves though on the downside. There we go. Was the momentum on our side? Well, we had a little bit of momentum, yeah, a little bit. I guess this is a 1-minute chart, though. Man, they're really trying to push us down. All right, we're hitting an order block. This is a time for scalpers to try to hop in here. Let's see if they're able to. Oh, if you rewind a little bit, you'll see my analysis on Shiba Inu. I already did some analysis on that. And hey, Car, it was crazy. I was watching the Doge exclusively, and it broke below a crucial support. Started diving like crazy. Now I realized it was happening everywhere. But it's wild how coordinated that was. Yeah. I mean, you guys have to remember a lot of stuff. A lot of these coins have already boomed. I know you guys may be new to my channel, and there you see the scalpers hopping in the market right here, like I was talking about. The YouTube algorithm doesn't necessarily promote my content. But if you guys ever see my face on a thumbnail, I would encourage you guys to watch it, because it usually gives you guys my thoughts during the day. Okay, during the daytime, before I start streaming a little bit more in the evening, after I've done my day trading for the day, took my dog out to go on a walk and stuff like that, you know, my normal errands and things like that. I have videos all the time that say, you know, like right now, crypto investors are falling into the FOMO trap, because I wanted you guys to understand what's happening. And you can see I'm wearing the exact same thing right now. I'll post this video. You guys can see my crooked teeth. And basically, I'll explain my thought process here of what I'm doing. And in this video, I really break down that I was going to be selling some of my assets today. And so I sold for $8,000 worth of profit, literally around 9 o'clock, you think, guys? 9:30? Around 9:45. Around 9:45, I sold for my profit. So, you know, keep an eye out for those videos. Or if you guys are looking for different trading strategies and you want to figure out why I'm trading the way I do, I'd recommend one video for you guys. And this is also just another way to help out the channel. If you guys go to YouTube, this is something for maybe after the stream, or if you guys are bored of me right now, you know, by all means. If you type in smart Money Concepts by Algo. This is a free 10-minute video that I made for you guys. If you guys go down here, Smart Money Concepts, and you click on this video right here, there's me in the corner, right? If you guys click on this and watch it, I show you guys how to set up Smart Money Concepts and how I use it. And then if you guys want to, if you scroll down a little bit more, I have this video that has like 240,000 views. This is a full Algo tutorial for those of you guys that want to learn every single thing. And then of course, if you want to, you can just literally go to my channel. And I have tutorials for you guys split in here every now and again. How to trade Smart Money Concepts, price action concepts. Find some other things here. Algo. Yeah, here's the course, 38 minutes. So I put some of these videos out so you guys can see exactly how I set everything up. I think I have a video that actually explains it though. Let me see if I can find it very fast. Because I might be able to have it here. Analytics. Super trend. I have too many shorts open right now. Oh shit, I might not be able to find it. Maybe last 60 minutes. MACD. All right, fine. Let's do this. No, I don't want to share feedback. Uh-oh, Bitcoin may be about to take another dip down. We'll be looking at that in a second. If I go over here, how to set up. Yeah, how to set up your trading view charts. I thought I had another one here 11 months ago. Well, if you guys watch some of my videos or some of my playlists, you'll see how I have everything set up. Oh, and there we go. Yeah, come back down a little bit more. Well, let's see if we break down below this support level that we have, or if we're going to be able to break it. Let's go over to the second chart. Let's open that up all the way. Squeeze that there, and there we go. We'll see how that works out. And sorry guys for the extra blinking. My contact's a little bit dry right now. I haven't hydrated them all day. And as far as individual technical analysis, I'm going to take a little bit of a break for that for a few minutes, just because this is a crucial moment for Bitcoin, and we don't want to break down below this level. Currently, Bitcoin is down about 590 bucks, not a bunch. So, altcoins though, definitely a little bit more volatile here. You can see a little bit of a floor that we built in right here. See, whales are trying to push us back down a little bit. We'll see if they're able, but you see that floor right there? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Buyers are really trying to come in here and save us, but we'll see if they're able to. Again, don't worry about the tick by tick action. It's just kind of interesting to watch. That red line on the bottom though, that's where you don't want to see us break down below. All right, back over to the 5-minute chart here. Yeah, definitely not the nicest of charts right now. I think you guys would agree here, because we've had a few dips during this process, or a few rises, but we just keep on coming down right now. And hey, Rogan, you deserve a subscribe. I appreciate it. Dude, I do this for a living. There's not many traders out there on YouTube that actually trade for a living and do YouTube. I've had to slowly invest more of my time in YouTube, which makes me not grind as much as other YouTubers. But I try to give you guys some just like practical information that makes you guys get profit. My whole goal with this channel is to make sure that you guys are able to make consistent profits, because I think that's the hardest thing for new traders to do. I think you guys can make a profit here or there, but then I think that most of the time, a lot of that profit gets sucked away by large amounts of losses. And then you guys eventually, over a period of months, you guys kind of give up because you guys just don't know how to grow your portfolio consistently. My goal here is just to make sure that you guys can grow an account from $100 to $150 to $200 to $250, and eventually you're talking about tens of thousands and of course hundreds of thousands of dollars. But that takes time, and I don't want you guys to try to do it the fast way, because the fast way is very, very risky. And you know, technically all you necessarily have to do is buy during the bear markets and then kind of, you know, sell during the bull markets. People tend to hold too long during the bull markets, which becomes an issue. And that's where a lot of the issues arise. Or they start trading first in the bull market and not when everything is very boring. As you guys might imagine right now, with crypto going up a lot more people watching my streams. But the people that tend to do a lot better are the people that are watching my streams during the bear market. So it's kind of just the way the market works. It's, the market works. But I'm trying to help those people also who are just hopping in the market right now. And they're like, can I buy right now? Can I buy right now? I don't even know what that means for most traders out there, because again, if you want to buy right now, are you doing a day trade, a scalp, a swing trade? People don't normally give me a lot of information to work with, so I just pretty much bypass their question until I say something like this, and hopefully they kind of change their questioning down the road. But I try to be as reasonable as I can. I try to help people out as much as I can. And when I have time, I like to do these longer streams here. So far, I've only been streaming, I've been streaming for about 3 hours here, actually, so it's a little bit longer than normal. But it's because I had a feeling something was going to happen tonight, whether it be positive or negative. I had a feeling something was going to happen. So I wanted to be here with you guys when it did happen, just so you guys had a soothing hand or something. There we go. Let's go to the 5-minute chart here. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Let's actually lock this in place here. There we go. But ask anybody, I'm pretty chill. I don't try to make it a hype. Hype in trading doesn't really work out. Hype works very, very well with YouTube. So if you guys follow other YouTubers and you see they're very excited and they're very like kind of whoosh, or they play music a lot. I play music every now and again. But when they do that, what's typically happening is the algorithm likes it and the algorithm is giving them more and more viewers. However, they're not necessarily making money by watching them, which is why I'm trying to build up a small little empire right now where I can eventually hire people when I move to Panama, and I can have this whole strategy thing built out where I can explain to you guys solid profits, profit taking and things like that at a level that's very easy to understand. I have a bunch of content on it so far, but again, YouTube doesn't necessarily always promote it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know anything about Push HD, but if it's a low market cap token, I would just buy a little bit of it and kind of, if it's a newer token, you just want to buy a little bit of it and watch it go. You don't want to play around with it too much with day trading. You just want to buy and let it sit and let it go. And if you're lucky during altcoin season, it'll have a really big pop. But I would stress that you want to do, check out the Twitter page, or X page now. And you guys want to just make sure that the project has a good following. They're talking every day on Twitter and things like that. And that the people that are running the project don't have a history of rugging or doing anything malicious. NA cars, yep, you're talking right to me, but I never gave up, just kept losing. I lost $10,000 while I was learning to trade. Everybody does it, dude. I mean, right now, I would say that a lot of people want to do paper trading is a good way to start if you're going to do day trading. Why risk your own money when you could lose, fake money? But it's imperative that you learn the strategy, you do the risk management, and I would say you might as well pick 5 tokens to trade and don't trade anything else. If you want to do long-term investing, that's totally different. You can buy a whole bunch of tokens, just let them sit. But if you're practicing day trading or swing trading, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, pick another 2 tokens that you like personally. But those 3 tokens right there, solid choices to learn how to trade on. And of course, if you want to learn stocks, of course, you can choose, Microsoft, Nvidia, things like that. But just choose a few crypto tokens and just trade those. Just trade those ones. And you're going to be very good at trading those ones down the road. And then you can eventually, over time, use the skills that you've acquired while trading Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, plus whatever. And you can apply those to altcoins. Altcoins are just a little bit more volatile, so there's a little bit more risk involved. So you can lose more money, but you can also make more money. You don't want to hop into the risky stuff right away. And hey, Kilo, I really appreciate you here being tonight. Oh, no worries, Kilo. You know I always like being out here. All right, take a quick 5-second Loki break. Loki's over here saying hello, hello, hello. Hello. Oh, look at you being a good boy. Good. He's the channel mascot. Did I wake you up from a nap? I think I woke him up from a nap. Good. Oh. All right, there we go. Back to the good old Bitcoin charts. And hey, Jerry, what trading platforms do you trust? This one is very subjective just because of what you guys are looking for. Typically, it depends on where you live. Like, exchanges that I like that have leverage, I have a couple links to those ones down below. Those are BYDFi and Fairdesk. When it comes to exchanges where you guys are just looking to trade spot tokens and not do leverage trading, those are some of the simple ones. I like Coinbase. I like crypto.com. Those are the two ones I like. I like Kraken, but Kraken isn't available in Washington State inside of the USA. So I don't actually have access to it, but I have access to Crow and Coinbase. Robinhood is okay if you're a very beginner, but Robinhood has a very poor selection of altcoins to choose from. I think they have a total of 10 or 15 tokens, not really a lot. But if you were to go to crypto.com, you have hundreds. If you go to Coinbase, you have hundreds of tokens to choose from. So if you want spot trades, crypto.com, Kraken, Coinbase, good opportunities there. If you're looking to trade with leverage, I would typically say, for me, it's been Fairdesk and BYDFi, which I have links down below for. But if you don't have access to those ones, Binance it's been around for a long time. It's something that people like. KuCoin is also something that's been around for a long time. OKB or OKX, I think that's what it's called. That one's pretty good as well. Lots of opportunities for you. But again, it really depends on what you're looking for and where you live. If I were to go over to MEXC right now, I would not even be able to open the page because it would give me a banner saying my IP address is not allowed to view this website, basically. So there's a lot of barriers that kind of make that question a little more difficult, but those are a few that you should be able to find, at least maybe one or two of those for yourself. And a kilo Loki, oh yeah. Grove, oh no, my dog's name is Loki. Loki, L-O-K-I. He's a little playful dude. And I tell her Jasmine, you guys talking about Jasmine? Let's see. Well, while Bitcoin's moving down here bit by bit. Oh yeah, look at Jasmine. It's grinding. Let's see. Yeah, it's up to 0.00. It's up to 0.0222. It's so funny how Bitcoin can break down and only a handful of tokens are moving back up. Look at Fetch. Came all the way back up here to a new, not a new all-time high, but close. Ajax making a move back up. Wild. Oh, Wild's not coming back up. That's interesting. RNDR, yeah, RNDR came back up. NMR did not come all the way back up. Doing okay, though. Oosh. I mean, some tokens are just having a bad day right now. KDA, IDA. Yeah, you've seen some dips here. Sorry. I should, oops. You can see how some of them are getting rejected by some different levels of resistance. That's okay. We just need to consolidate a little bit more. Some are doing better than others. Bonk is down 10% right now, 11% right now, trying to hold on to this order block for dear freaking life. Oh yeah, if Bonk doesn't hold on, it's coming down a lot more. Yeah, so a lot of coins looking for support. Well, if Bitcoin manages to get back over here and break above 61,700 or so, it's actually going to be okay. It should be able to rally back up here a little bit more. Although we did break down below support, it's not the end of the world here. We still have some time here. And hey, Ken, yeah, when I'm gonna change it back to just being my channel name so it's easier to find. But basically, I think starting tomorrow, I'm gonna start adding $10 a day into longs on positions, and they're gonna be 2x long, 2x longs, and then I'm just going to buy a little bit every day and kind of hold them and hold them and hold them and see where they go. But as far as day trading, I don't know. so many people have different leverages when they follow me that I feel bad if they get stopped out, but my position doesn't get stopped out. So I don't know. That it might just be a way to follow along with the portfolio that I just closed, another portfolio of the same type. Why I buy Solana, EOS, whatever they have, I'm gonna buy a little bit each day. Might be $10 each day of this, $5 each day, or every other day, whatever, you know. Maybe one day I'll buy Bitcoin, the next day I'll buy Solana, the next day Ethereum, and so forth. But yeah, something like that. Doge and Shib are good opportunities to hold for the long term. They are not things I'm buying right now, especially Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu is at a massive resistance level, and I'm waiting for it to consolidate a little bit and break out, and then I'll be able to buy back into it. But right now, I'm not buying into them. But they're good for long term. Like if you bought now and you were going to hold them for months, you're going to see some great profits. But as far as I'm concerned right now, I'm just not seeing it as a good opportunity to buy. I'm being patient with it. Hey, Miles, I have a dog named after Norse god Freya. I suppose goddess in this case. I was going to get a female dog for Loki and name her Freya. But then I decided against it because I'm moving to Panama. And me and him have to get a private jet because I don't want him to be on the underbelly of a plane. So I got to charter a private jet for Loki. Mischievous little guy. Floki's a hold. It's a meme token. You want to buy and just hold it. It's been moving up quite a bit. But again, it's one of those tokens where it's moved up so fast. You got to wait for it to come back down pretty generously before you start buying back into it. Let me see. Oh, Jasmine is giving back some of the gains here just a tad, but it's still moving up higher. GRT. No, which one was it? Ajax? Ajax is looking like it wants to break out a little bit more here. That's fine. Injective is still having some issues. I think overall we're fine though, guys. Basically just waiting for that next drop. All right. Let's go over here. CoinMarketCap.com. Bitcoin just broke down 11:30 about an hour ago. We got a few things up. AR, Jasmine, Ajax, Fetch AI. Whiff is down. Oh, this actually isn't a good one. There you go. Last 24 hours, Bonk is down 21%. Pepe is down 13. Doge is down 10. Shiba is down 8. Tower is down 8. Beam. So we got a lot of stuff down. It looks like 5 to 10%. A few things up, like AXL, although it's down a little bit over the last few minutes. AR is still up. Fetch is still up. Bitcoin Cash is still up over the last 24 hours, even though it's probably down a little bit more now. But a lot of stuff is still doing fairly well, dude. Guys, see me. Let's get rid of a lot of these types of things. There we go. All right, there we go. Hey, Rick, buy this dip or wait for further downside. For me right now, I'm not buying this dip. The way I'm looking at it right now is I don't know how much further we're gonna dip. Because since we did break this higher low situation, we might be coming back down closer to $60,000. And because of that, I'm going to give altcoins a little bit more breathing room here. This may be a mistake as far as some altcoins, but I want to see if they can consolidate for a while and then they can have a larger move down the road. But I would like to see altcoins consolidate and not do anything crazy for maybe 3 to 5 days. And if on the 6th and 7th day and beyond, they have some type of technical breakout with momentum on their side after Bitcoin, of course, has been moving up maybe towards $67,000 plus, I would think I would try to buy those tokens to see if they would go higher. But right now, I'm being very, very patient. I'm not trying to hop back in here. And the main reason is, when I was telling you guys I was loading up on all these altcoins just a couple weeks ago, it was because everything was breaking out from a technical perspective. We're not seeing technical breakouts right now. We're seeing a bunch of consolidations, or we're just seeing complete breakdowns. So I don't want to be buying into an altcoin breakdown. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. If you guys have been here for a while, I know a lot of you guys have, especially the last 2 weeks, you guys know that I told you guys I was loading up on a bunch of altcoins. And we can go down the list right here. It's like, here's ADA. Let's get rid of all the oscillators here. So what happened? A breakout, change of character, buy from the oscillator of MACD, stochastic, and the RSI, all telling you to buy. So I bought. And this was a couple weeks ago. This was February 8th. It's hit all of my price targets. That's why I sold off a little bit today. So it's good. But I bought down here. I'm not buying up here. That's like buying right here. It's like buying right here. I want it to come down, and then me buy it when it comes down, and then I'll be able to be more happy with my position. But if I buy right here, that means I have to wait 79 days before it became profitable again. I don't want to do that. I want to try to, maybe if I do buy a little bit right here, I'm going to buy right here, I'm going to buy right here, I'm going to buy right here, I'm going to be right here, buy right here, buy right here, you know, dollar cost average it. When normally I just want to buy right here and ride the wave. So that's when it's there. Dogecoin, same thing. I break out, buy. Momentum is all telling you to buy. Change your character on top of that, and you buy, and then it goes up, and you're looking at a very good price. For Dogecoin, though, with a lot of these tokens like a Shiba Inu, it was running up against some of these levels of resistance. So really, this week we could still see breakouts going up even higher. But what I need to see happen here is, you see how we're coming back down with Dogecoin? All I want to see is this come down, and then for whatever reason break out. Could be Bitcoin breaking out, whatever. On whatever breakout that happens, I'm going to buy that. But right now, I don't really feel an incentive to buy just because of how fast this has rallied. These past few days, these rallies have been like just absolutely insane. I've showed you the profits, right? We went from being up $2,000 to being up $8,000. And I was like, wow, this happened really fast. I should sell and take those profits. And you can go down the list. Ape token, right? Breakouts, change of character, momentum, another buy signal right here with change of character off of the resistance levels, and you could trade those to your heart's content. Arbitrum, it didn't break out. It tried to break out, but it wasn't able to. There was a breakout right here, though, and that moved up a little bit higher. AXS, boom. BNB, a little bit more gradual line, but still broke out. XRP, it broke out, but it failed. I hate this. Bitcoin Cash broke out a while ago. This was a lot longer breakout, but it went more parabolic, not your typical one, I would say. Bonk broke out, went up. Chili's, when did the buy sell? Okay, so we had a break of structure right here, and the buy signals came in right here. Oh, came up right here. Even so, it still went up afterwards, right? So this is when I was buying a lot of my tokens and how I was trading. But at this point in time, we're not at breakout. So I just don't have that inclination to buy right now. Once we consolidate for a little bit, we come back down, we just chill out a little bit, I'm going to feel a much more of an incentive to buy. Right now, though, I'm just not feeling it. Now, we may just have a huge move up tomorrow, and I may be proven wrong. But I'm still being extra cautious at this point because we're at greed, extreme greed. And I think that means something. I think people right now are maybe a little bit too crazy about crypto, and they're assuming that we're just going to keep on going up like this crazily. And while we can definitely have these really big moves, I want to buy at the appropriate times that maximize my opportunities to make money. If you guys are looking to hold for months from here, you're still pretty much fine with buying. But if you guys are looking to buy right now and make a few bucks over the next few weeks, you know, that's a little bit more questionable at this point, unless Bitcoin can get back on track. And at this point, Bitcoin isn't breaking out. Bitcoin is breaking down. There may be a few plays like the AI tokens we just talked about, Jasmine, where you can find an exception to the rule. But I'm being a little bit more patient right now. Definitely a little bit more patient. What the heck is going on? Wow, I was clicking the order block, wasn't I? Let's draw this down. Let's draw this down a little bit more. And let's draw this down a little bit more. There you go. All right. So even now, right now, Bitcoin's trying to come back up, trying to breathe a little bit. Because again, bears don't want to hop in too much. Maybe they will on Monday. We'll see. But we haven't. The weekly candle hasn't closed yet. Next week is going to be freaking wild. Next week is easy. Jesus, I'm tired. Next week is either going to be very, very bad or very, very good. both are still both can still happen at this point. The weekly charts would suggest next week is going to be very, very good. So I'm going to be patient and kind of wait for those breakouts to come out, and I'll be happy to buy those breakouts when they come. But for whatever reason, if things don't go my way, I don't want to buy now and then watch everything go further down without a breakout momentum on my side. So that's pretty much what I'm kind of the dilemma going on for me. That's how I trade. Other people trade totally different ways, and you guys can buy if you want to right now. AXL pumped 30% just before the Bitcoin dump. Oh, that's really nice. What's the volume indicator? Volume indicator just shows you the volume on the chart, like how many Bitcoin in this example is being traded versus Tether. It's nothing crazy. You can add it onto your chart. I don't have it on my charts because I don't like the way it looks necessarily. When I use it on TD Ameritrade and stuff, they keep it very small so you can kind of see those igniter volume candles, if you will. But when I add it on here, it's too big. See, it's clashing with the chart. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I don't like looking at volume like that. I just hate it. It's a personal pet peeve, so I don't have it. But basically, you know, when you see these large amounts of volume, you know something's up. You know you could be buying, selling, etc. Like right here with Bitcoin. You know, a lot of volume coming in and stuff like that. You can use it sometimes. For me, maybe it's more useful on the day trading charts because of what's going on with Binance and how a lot of the volume is right now is going over to Coinbase with all the ETFs and whatnot. But yeah, if you want to use the volume when you can, I just don't really use it on TradingView. I just never really enjoyed it, to be frank, on TradingView. And now Bitcoin's back. Well, it's not positive for the day, but it's only down 0.5%. Ooh, and my cigar ass dropped. I gotta vacuum that up later on. What site do you use to trade your crypto futures? Is BingX still good? I don't have access to BingX anymore, so I don't know how good it is, but it was fine when I used it before. I have a couple links down below if you want to use the exchanges that I use. I use Fairdesk and BYDFi. I trade on them all the time with you guys live. I just closed a short trade a few minutes ago that I did with you guys. One of you guys told me to short, so I just opened up a short to teach somebody about price targets versus stop losses. And I made a few bucks off it, not a lot. But that one's pretty nice. I like it a lot. So if you want to go with one of those, it supports the channel and they work, right? What are my thoughts on XYO? I like XYO a lot, but it's definitely a longer term hold, not something I'm buying right now like a lot of other tokens. Hey, Jerry D. McGuire, I guess it's an order block indicator. So you're probably not talking about volume, the volume indicator. You're probably talking about this one. No, it's not that one by Lazy Bear. Which one is it? What do they call it on TradingView? There you go. You talking about this right here? I don't know this one because I can't find out the regular one. They usually have a regular volume one though. Do I have to type volume profile? No, session volume profile. They don't have the one I'm used to using here. Interesting. But yeah, it might be something that looks like this. I might want to use on the daily chart though. All right, it just shows you where some support levels are if you want to trade like that. So right now we have support level kind of around here on $52,000, which matches up with that. And we have one down here on $43,000. I like to have the order blocks because they just look a little bit nicer, but that's just me. But yeah, volume profile is probably what you're asking for. There we go. Maybe Lux Algo has one. Does Lux Algo have one? Oscillator matrix screener. Lux Algo. Really? Oh, Algo. Oh, I'm still an invite only. Okay. Lux Algo. Yeah, Lux Algo volume profile has about 7,300 likes. Daily chart. Is it loading? Oh, it might not be for daily charts, huh? Oh yeah, it is. It's just over here. What the hell? It's so dark. I don't know if I like this one at all. No, I wouldn't use it until I understand how to use it at least. But yeah, volume profiles are usually pretty fun to trade with. I don't use them all too much. These order blocks are good enough for me. Visible range volume profile. Oh, there you go. There's one right there. And hey, Delilah. Holy cow, Michael, you're live streaming now. That's so cool. I got out of live metal band show and saw that you're streaming. Hopefully the show as well. Basically, what the f is going on here? My arm is hurting a little bit. I feel like I'm getting bit by a spider or something. There we go. Anyway, yeah, Bitcoin broke down a little bit out of an important support level. Not crazy as far as a move down, but that small move down caused altcoins to come down quite a bit. For example, Bitcoin right now is only down about $346 or about 0.56% in the last few hours. But you're seeing Dogecoin down 6%, AXS down 4%, XRP down 5%, Bitcoin Cash down 4%, Bonk down 8%, Chili's down 8%, AVAX down 5%. So you're seeing altcoins take a pretty big hit right now, and they're just trying to recover at this point in time to see if they can go a little bit higher. Oh, I wanted to light that a little bit more. All right, hold on a second here, get more comfortable. Oh no, Bitcoin again, a breakout here. We needed to break out above this level here. We still got time though. Little blowtorch. I'm running low on fuel here. There we go. All right. But yeah, we're dealing with a little bit of trouble, but I wouldn't say it's a crazy amount. Yeah, I think we're still fine for now. Let me go back over here very quickly. Oh, if you guys can, please let me know where you guys are watching from. I'm always surprised where you guys are, like, at. You guys don't have to give me your freaking address or anything, but let me know what country or what state you guys are in or which province. It's always interesting to see where everybody's from. All right, let's just do a quick little bit of a look here. Last 24 hours, Bitcoin's down about 0.67%. Ethereum's down about at 0.7%. Not much is down. Dogecoin's down quite a bit, down about 12%. Chainlink is down 4%. Shiba Inu is down 9%. That's a lot. TON is down about 4%. So I think we're seeing a lot of mixed results here. So some altcoins are definitely not taking the brunt of this move like others. Like a Dogecoin is getting hit pretty hard. A Shiba Inu is getting hit pretty hard. But I'm looking at some of these other things like Arbitrum. That's up 3% last 24 hours. Now it did get hit hard. Don't get me wrong, but relative to where it was yesterday, it's not, it's not terrible. We're pretty much giving back a lot of the gains that we saw from yesterday, and that's the bad thing. I mean, look at this swing from the high to the low over here with Arbitrum. That's a 16 point swing right there. 16% swing. If you had a stop loss, like let's say you're moving your stop losses up, you got stopped out. I mean, you got stopped out a lot. There we are. Nashville, there we go. North Carolina, Paris, ooh. And hey, Tyler, you know what? Some days you don't have to. It's nice. It's, you know, nice evening, or hopefully it's a nice evening where you are at. It's freaking been snowing over here. And hey, Brett, never trading leverage again. If you want to trade leverage and you want to practice it, most of your exchanges that you guys use, especially the ones I recommend, like Fairdesk and BYD5, they have these things called paper trading, or they each have their own name. So, for example, Fairdesk here. Let's pretend like I'm a new trader out there, and I maybe haven't. I'm not consistently profitable because I'm new, right? Instead of risking like the 13,000 bucks I have in here, what I can do is I can go over here to U.S. trading futures, and let me zoom in. I can go over here, and I can go to simulated trading, trade with zero risk. So you're trading with fake money. And that way you can practice trading until you're good enough to actually put real money behind it, and it minimizes your losses. Because leverage is a very risky way to go, and you have to have a proper risk management strategy, which means you have to be able to know when to get in and when to get out, and you have to be able to plug in stop losses so your account never gets liquidated. If you guys have stop losses, there's no reason your account should ever be liquidated. So we've all been there. Trust me, we've been there. But take your time, gather your funds up. Don't invest as much money next time. In fact, until you want to, you know, don't even put any more money into the exchange or wherever you get your trading. Simply just relax and start trading with fake money. I know it seems kind of weird to trade with fake money because you're not really earning money at the same time. However, it builds up a lot of confidence, so you become profitable when you actually do put your money into to work in the market for you. Ooh, Jamaica, Australia, you guys are from everywhere. Tell her. Oh, wow, it's really early where you are, yeah, or late. I don't know how to describe it. Hey, Canada, New Zealand, Thailand, Australia, Jamaica. Ooh, yeah, look at that. North Carolina, Pakistan. And hey, Roy, Bitcoin went down and liquidated most of us. Now what will be the Bitcoin next move for the short term? You know, it's still sideways. You know, right now, short term, it still looks like it wants to be sideways. Even if it goes down a little bit, it's still going to be overall in a very sideways move. Even if it goes up a little bit, it's still going to be an overall sideways move. If you guys go over here to the 4-hour chart, it's still sideways. We come back down here, it's still sideways. We come back over here towards resistance, it's still sideways. It's still sideways. But yes, a lot of people just got liquidated right here. Or the positions got stopped. You know, they got stopped out. But overall, sideways. Sideways is what we're looking at right now. I was going to say something else, but I totally forgot what I was going to say. And again, Bitcoin's still looking okay. Yeah, no worries, Brad. Dude, I make it a point to tell people that I lost $10,000 when I was first looking to invest. I've never met a full-time trader that made money right away. But to minimize those losses, what do you call? To minimize those losses, you got to do fake money. And it just seems weird. It almost seems like a less professional way. I don't know how to describe it. There's like a bad connotation along with it. And I wish there wasn't, but I think it helps out a lot of people when it comes to learning how to trade. So like I said before, with another person, choose Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, maybe 2 other tokens if you want to, and just start paper trading with those off of patterns, momentum. I know I have a video somewhere where I talk about how I set everything up. I'll make another video because I just maybe forgot it. Because I just don't know what I did with it because I couldn't find it on my channel. I'll basically teach you how I set up this entire setup. So where I know when to buy and when to sell. It's not 100% profitable, but more times than not, you're going to make money and your portfolio over time will grow. But do it with paper money first so you understand how everything works. And then when you feel comfortable, toss $100 in, trade with no leverage, and then do, 1% gains, 2% gains, whatever it ends up coming out to be. But you can make those small profits, and it'll grow that portfolio over time. It's hard to make money fast in the crypto market. I guarantee there's a lot of people today that bought over the last few days, and they lost a lot of money because they bought into FOMO. All right, which is again why I ask you guys. You guys don't have to, of course. It's all you guys. You guys can do whatever you want. But oh, I don't even need to do this. I put out daily videos where I'm talking about my personal thoughts about the market besides the streams that I do. If you guys see all this type of stuff right here, watch it. It's more than just the title. The title has to be kind of clickbaity so people watch it. But I'll talk about a whole bunch of stuff. Like even right here, Bitcoin could be heading to $90,000. This is one of those key resistance levels that we're looking at for the next few months. And again, I'll talk about that there. And right here, what trading strategies you want to see? I'm basically just asking you guys for advice on what type of videos you guys want to see. You know, can altcoin season be starting early? I talk about a bunch of stuff that's not necessarily just technical analysis, but it's kind of like understanding like, hey, what's going on with the market right now? Because I think people really need to have that understanding because we kind of zone into like this 15-minute charts, the 4-hour charts, and all that. Sometimes it's okay to zoom out to the monthly charts and the weekly charts to kind of see, you know, what the heck's going on because we're moving up fast. Trade using fake money, so fiat. Oh man, dude, inflation's been so bad, guys. I don't think people understand how much the value of their money has gone down. You know, I think we've all kind of been bamboozled because the economy is okay, but we all know our money does not go as far as it used to be. It's really bad how things have gone, and it's unfortunate, right? Because me, you know, I'm fine, guys. I make a good living. I'm good to go. But, you know, coming from a more poor background, if you will, I know what it's like to not have enough money to get to school for gas and things like that. If gas price right now, I think it was like $4.10 by me. It's a lot more expensive to go around, you know, a lot more expensive. What do I think? This is a bull pennant on fetch. It looks like it. For me though, I'm not buying it. There we go. Daily chart. I bought fetch way over here, and it's made me some money. I literally just sold. It's probably going to go a little bit higher here, but I just locked in my profits. These breakouts, these breakouts are very weird. It's not your typical move because of what we just saw happen. If it was more of an organic breakout, I probably would buy it. Your next level if you want to buy perhaps is you could try to buy this. Oh, it already did break out a couple times though. It wasn't able to sustain it. Interesting. Higher lows working its way up here right now. That's nice to see. Yeah, you could try to buy this breakout if it's able to hold maybe on the 15-minute chart or maybe even the 15-minute chart. If it's able to hold, you can try to buy it and try to have something more of a surge. But to me, this is not the chart that I like to trade into. It's me being very picky. Right now, the momentum is definitely on the upside here. Definitely wants to go higher. It's just not how I trade. And Bitcoin's come back up a little bit, so that's nice to see, though. It's trying to break. Remember, all Bitcoin needs to do right now to save itself at some time for the next few hours is just break out right here. And then from there, we can start getting back up here towards $62,000. And that could help out a lot of altcoins. Trade this up right here. And hey, Kavesh, we can check out. This shook out a lot of people. A lot of people just got shook out. I bet if you go over to Twitter, you're going to see a lot of people talking about it. Crypto is up for us plebes. Here, let's go over here to Twitter very fast. Let's see. See, it's not even down a lot. Let's see. Bitcoin is designed to screw the people who have no idea why they own it. Oh, August. Oh yeah, he must be losing money if he shorted it down. Embrace the rise of Bitcoin. Let's see. No, there's not many people talking about it. You know why? Because it's a Saturday night. It's a Saturday night. Everybody's busy or passed out of sleep. Bitcoin's sucking up gold. Let's see. No, really, not many people are talking about this. Nobody's talking about it recently. A bunch of spammers and stuff. Can't read that. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, there's not much people talking about it. They'll probably realize what happened in the morning, I guess. You know, that's always a good way to find out. Wake up and like, oh, I got stopped out. Yeah, I kind of want to see the Twitter feeds. I was trying to find something here. Let me see if I can do a little bit of a deep dive. Sometimes if I go for my For You page, it shows me what people have been talking about. Kanye sliding on my girlfriend. Someone tell Kim. He's not dating Kim, is he? No. Lakers. This Cohiba humanoid just sold for a record 4.5 million euros. Holy shit. Why? Crypto T, she says. No, she hasn't tweeted anything here. No. Hold on. $1,000 is still a 125x from here. We're all underexposed. Oh, Trump. Please note that this account has been hacked. Please ignore all posts until further notice. They did not come from me. Thank you. Let's see. No, I mean, nobody's talking about Bitcoin right now. Like, nobody. Got that shit on? I like that shirt, though. I like that shirt a lot. I ride for Bored Ape. Dude, there's nothing right now about this. SpongeBob? No, not much going on. It's surprising. Bitcoin's still having some trouble breaking out, too. They probably will tomorrow, Rico. Yeah, that's definitely true. Are we done with the squeeze? I wouldn't say necessarily we're done. Basically, what's happening is a lot of different altcoins out there are hitting some really large resistance levels, and those resistance levels aren't necessarily something that you can just break out above on the first attempt. Sometimes it takes 3 to 4 days, maybe even a couple weeks to break out above them, and that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing them get rejected by it. Bitcoin, on the other hand, it's just going through a natural consolidation phase, but because it looks like so many people are so levered up on some of these altcoins, when they do eventually get stopped out, the moves are pretty darn drastic. Because we all know if you guys want to make a lot of money faster, you're not hopping into Bitcoin, you're hopping into altcoins, which is why you see the leverage is so extremely high for those people. Or for, you see people hopping in with such high leverages for them. And when it goes your way, it's going your way. Everything is working out very, very well. But when it's not, things get nasty in a hurry. Things just get nasty in a hurry. Which is why I always encourage you guys to take some of your profits off the table when you guys can, lock them in, scale out appropriately when you hit different price targets, and you guys are usually fine. But when it comes to moves like this, where Bitcoin comes down just a little bit, and then altcoins come like just barreling down, it's because a lot of people were over leveraged and they got stopped out. Yeah, and Jasmine's definitely doing okay right now. Bitcoin going to zero. That's when you know you're in a bull market, right? And what's right here? Anyways, Car, I always appreciate people watching. I appreciate it. CWIF? I don't know what CWIF is, Delilah, but let me give it a look. Ah, never mind. I can't look it up on TradingView. CWIF, yeah. Cat with hat. No, I can't. The market cap is too small to look at. 1 year, 1 month. Yeah, I can't really look at it properly. Honestly, oh, well, damn. Can I find this? Is it on TradingView? No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, I can't find it too. Basically, it just had a massive crash, it looks like, so careful with it, month over month. Last 7 days, it's come down quite a bit as well. Because it's a low market cap play at 35 million, and it has dipped down quite a bit from this, what, 16 to this down here. So there's more zeros now. I would say this is probably where you would want to start dollar cost averaging into the position, but no more than like $100 or so. And I think you could find an opportunity there. But you're not swing trading this. You're going to be buying and holding for probably a few months at least. And then when it has that next big rally, sometime within those next few months, you can kind of sell when you feel like it's appropriate. But I'm looking at it right now, and it's come up quite a bit, but it's crashed down plenty. I wish I could, maybe if I go over here to Dex Tools, perhaps that can help out. CWIF USD T. No, USDC. Here we go. This might work out. No, this doesn't look right either. 1 hour. No, it doesn't look right. So yeah, I can't help you out there. Sorry. And hey, Cornsant, if I'm saying that name right, I'm doing pretty well. Late night streaming, of course, but things are working out pretty well. I locked in some profits today while streaming with you guys, so I'm pretty happy with them. Locked in a little under $8,000. How do you profit on new tokens? It's a very high risk thing. Usually what I would say is you want to just be lurking in a lot of Discord communities, and basically you want to get free airdrops and things like that, or you want to be able to swap a little bit of Ethereum for something at a very, very good rate. And then you just got to wait patiently until something goes parabolic and when you're on it, maybe an end exchange. So typically if you buy a token very, very early on, it's not going to be on a Fairdesk or a Binance or a KuCoin. You're going to have to wait for it to be on there. Then you can move your cryptocurrency over to that exchange and then sell on the open market. But it's a very long process. It's kind of tedious. More times than not, you're going to be rugged. So it's a very risky thing. So unless you practice it a few times with very small amounts of money, you probably will get rugged and lose some money. So just be very careful if you go down to that road. I typically don't do it because I have been rugged when I've tried a few times. You have a moon bag and a holding midterm, you should still be fine. That thing with that low market cap, it's going to definitely be very volatile, very, very volatile. And hey, welcome back to Ruby Level, my man. I appreciate it a lot. Let me know if you have any questions. Open a short on Bitcoin here just to sweep. What do you call? I'm betting you're probably going to see a lot of people over the next 24 hours open up shorts. My luck with shorts has not been good, so I've pretty much given up on it for the past few months. If Bitcoin weekly charts start to show a little bit more weakness, I might actually try to go back into shorting the market. But right now, my last few shorts are maybe 4 wins, 6 losses about. So, the losses haven't necessarily been bad because I've had pretty tight stop losses. But when I short, we have the drop. It doesn't go down nearly as much as I think it will. And so by the time it pops back up and gets bought up, it hits my stop loss before even getting close to my price target. So my price targets, I think I've been off a little bit here. Any read on BitTorrent? Yeah. Yes. Just like a lot of tokens, this thing has come up a lot. And just like a lot of tokens, it's actually hitting a level of resistance right now. At this point, because the weekly charts are still fairly working out well, if Bitcoin is able to break out sometime next week, tomorrow Sunday, that's the new week starts. If Bitcoin is able to break out, you should see it head right back up here for a pretty solid gain back up here to this next order block. I don't know what that number is, but it's like 5 zeros. Yeah, 5 zeros, then 220, that level of resistance right there. Think of the peak all the way over here from April of 2022. And that's where your next level of resistance is. It's a pretty reliable one, though, too. Look at this. It's a jump of around 60%, which it can definitely have if you saw this candle. It can definitely go a little bit higher. Right now, though, the big thing is you're seeing Bitcoin take it down a peg, and it's just having a little bit of issues here. It might not just go parabolic starting tomorrow. You're going to have to give it a few days, let it consolidate a little bit more. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. There you go. And then you want to be buying on that next breakout. It gave up a lot of the gains here over the last few hours just because of what Bitcoin just did. It fell down about 14%. Let it consolidate a little bit. If you're looking to hold it for a little bit longer, you're still okay. But your stop loss is probably going to be right around here, or maybe even a little bit higher. But if it was a little bit higher, it probably would have got stopped out by now, right? So give it some time. It still hasn't hit that next level of resistance, but this week is going to be crucial. You're most likely going to be choosing to scale out of your position even more right here this week. Or if you're lucky and Bitcoin breaks out, then you're pretty much just waiting for that next 50, 60% leg up. Oh, there we go. Bitcoin finally trying to make a move back up here, or it's trying. I thought it actually broke out, but it's giving it a shot. It looks like we're finding a nice new level of support. What's my take on that 1130 dip? The dip overall is not necessarily a good thing. Basically what it does right now, that dip is, I know we've talked about this a few times, but it's important to talk about, I guess. What it did is it messed up this higher low situation. So we were having lower highs and higher lows, and you see how we had this higher low right here? Basically, we just broke it, okay? That messes up everything, because that means instead of consolidating and having a breakout, we've consolidated and we've had a breakdown. That's basically what just happened. Now, typically in this situation, what happens next is we still have this low over here, and we have this other higher low. This previous low, higher low, is no longer there. So what we're hoping for is something where Bitcoin does not break down below this level, which is currently 61,062. Let's just call it 61,000. We don't want to see Bitcoin break down below that. We really don't want to see Bitcoin break down below this wick, which is going to be around 60,355. So right now, what's basically happened here at the end of the day is, instead of Bitcoin breaking out sometime over the next few hours, Bitcoin now may be able to break out over the next few days. That's basically what happened. Nothing crazy bad happened here. Altcoins, bad stuff happened. Bad stuff happened with altcoins. Bitcoin, not so much, okay? Now, what this means is that Bitcoin comes down. We don't want it to break down below this. We consolidate, and then we make another higher low from here. And then we break out above this trend line, right? And then we buy right here. Then we kind of rocket up towards, if we're lucky, 67,000, 68,000. If we're really lucky, 69,000. But we are also going to have this order block up here. And this is where we're going to have a trouble again. This is where we have to break out again. We may consolidate over here a little bit more. But once we break out, momentum is going to be back on our side. And right now, momentum is definitely not on our side because we still have the lower highs. And we're breaking the lower high. We still have the lower highs, and we're breaking below the higher lows. We don't want to be breaking behind the higher lows. See this little trend line right here? We just broke down. Maybe that's an easy way to show it. See that breakdown right there? This uptrend is over. Now we're consolidating and waiting to see if we're going to have a larger downtrend. This downtrend over here, we want to be excited. We're going to be excited when Bitcoin breaks out above this. We don't know exactly when this is going to happen, but we still have time. This is not a complete disaster as far as Bitcoin's concerned at all. Although I would say for altcoins, it felt like a disaster. Just hit a lot of these altcoins. Oh, there we go. We popped back up. There we go. Finally made a move back up. So you're seeing Bitcoin about to go back into positive territory, although altcoins have pretty much altcoins are having a pretty rough day. Some are doing fine, like, Ajax is still doing fine, going up. Fetch AI is Fetch AI is going up against a level of resistance right now, but so far it's still looking pretty well. As soon as it breaks above this, it's going to be mooning. Ajax right now going pretty high. Wild token looks like it wants to go a little bit higher. RNDR looks like it wants to go higher. So you're seeing some tokens, and then you're seeing some other tokens like Shiba Inu, which have just given back a lot of gains here. But at least they have a way to get back up here. They may not be going for another high level, but at least they can get back some of those losses that they had. And that's why I'd be a little bit more optimistic. But I'm not buying right now. I'm going to give the market a little bit of time to kind of figure out what it wants to do. And if Bitcoin does decide to break out, then I'll start looking more seriously at buying into different altcoins out there. This means I am not going to be able to catch maybe a bottom. I'm not going to be able to catch the falling knife, so to speak. But when I do buy, I'll have a good opportunity to just buy and then watch my positions just go up without having to wait a while for the positions to make me some money. So a difference of, trading strategies there. Have a good night, Tyler. It did impact altcoins that much, yes. Hey, Dilla, this is a temporary dip. It's not a large dip. To have a larger dip, we have to start breaking down below basically $60,000. And even then, we still might have a reversal. Can BitTorrent go to $1? No, not with the market cap system it has right now. It can go parabolic. It can make you a lot of money, but it's not going to hit $1 anytime soon. No. Think of like how people thought Dogecoin may hit like $30 or $100. Same type of concept. And look where it ended up. Same concept. SEI. Let's see. This up over here. Toss this over. There we go. All right, sorry about that. And the SEI daily chart. Right now you're definitely seeing some lower highs here. This is not the best chart. You're seeing a lot of bearish activity on all the oscillators, which isn't the best, of course, but you can kind of see it's going down, right? So I would say what you're looking for here is just the same as what happened before. You're going to be patiently waiting for us to actually have a breakout on this level, and then you're going to be looking to go into it. I might peek in over here on the 4-hour chart and just see what's going on. So we do have a pretty good level of support around 78 cents, it looks like, and we kind of dipped down below it just a tad, but we were able to get bought back up. Oh yeah, you can see this level of support down here, this order block. See how we tapped right into that? We came back up. So right now, as long as you don't break down below that, you're going to be happy to start loading up around these levels if you want. For me, I'd rather wait and wait for the breakout, and then from here you can make this into a day trade or a swing trade. I would say probably this is going to be maybe a 2 to 3 day long hold. You're going to buy on the breakout if it does break out, when it does break out, and you're going to be hoping for it to come up here towards $1, and then you're going to sell right over here for a nice profit. Now, let's say that things don't go our way and Bitcoin does take a dip or whatever, and then we see this come back down. That next opportunity for a buy is really down here, which means that you might be able to buy the next dip, if it does dip, again, somewhere down here around 71 to 72 cents. Let it consolidate, then again, it can break out. So you can try to buy right here and then double down right here, and that could also be another strategy. But for now, it's having some issues with the support just because of what Bitcoin's been doing. I still think it's something that I'd be watching very closely because it has had some amazing rallies going from 58 cents all the way up here to $1.04. That's a great return on your investment. However, just like back over here, you notice that there was a breakout, and you could have bought this breakout, held on for a little bit of time, and then you got that rally. So from here to here, it went up like 54%. This is where I'm trying to buy my position. This is a 4-hour chart. This is how I'm trying to trade this one. Similar type of move. You can, if you're lucky, try to see how there's a support level over here. Sorry for the weird looking shape. You can buy down here if you want to, which at this point is right here, and then hope that it breaks out there. So you have a little bit of a better entry position. But typically I like to buy right here. But you can try to buy right there. The bad thing is maybe it comes back down a little bit more, so you might have to double down or average down and then buy more on the breakout. But overall, the setup is looking fairly well. It's not like a very bad chart or anything like that. It's just that it's not looking like the momentum is definitely on the bullish side just yet. It's bearish, turning neutral, and it has yet to turn bullish for a buying opportunity from a momentum perspective. And right now, Bitcoin's trying to surge back up here. Yeah, as soon as that change of character hit back up. So we got a little bit of upside here. And hey, Justin, have a good night. What number should we look at for Bitcoin heading into Monday to feel bullish? It's not a number. It's a breakout. It's a trend line. So what I would do is I'd go over to the 4-hour chart. And you see this high that we have over here from Wednesday, February 28th. I would put my trend line start right there with the little magnet tool. And then I would add the second right here to the high we saw March 24th. No, March 1st, excuse me, which was yesterday. And then that trend line is what you're looking for. And you're waiting for us to close above this on either the daily chart or the 4-hour chart. That's where you probably get a little bit more bullish with Bitcoin, because that's a confirmed breakout and a continuation pattern. And that the pattern should work itself out and go a little bit higher. Basically, again, all that we've seen happen because of this Bitcoin dip, which kind of spooked people. Basically, what happened is, instead of breaking out today, we're probably breaking out tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, if we're going to be breaking out at all. It pushed it back. And I think that's why you saw altcoins freak out a little bit. But right now, altcoins are making a pretty good move back. But you got shaken out, basically. Like, what did I post again? Profile. Everyone, please keep an eye on your positions today. Really hoping we don't have a shakeout moment on Bitcoin as it tries to finally break out. There was the shakeout moments, right? We just saw that. But this, I posted this at 4:32 p.m. So the price of Bitcoin was... the heck? There you go. I posted it right here. And there was a shakeout. We saw altcoins get slammed because of it. And I guarantee people got shaken out. I just guarantee it. But if you guys can, please make sure to follow my Twitter account. It's let me share. Michael Whitman YouTube or Michael W Crypto. I'm just getting on Twitter. I'm just getting used to it, and my followers are going up pretty fast. I'm actually surprised, so that's kind of nice. But you know, it's how would I say? I'm learning how to use Twitter / or X, I guess you would say. I still need to figure out how to get more what do you call more followers. Man, I have so much BitTorrent. A lot of people have BitTorrent. I have a ton of BitTorrent, and I'm mad that they switched up their token system. I wish they would have just left it alone. But right now, you know, all I'm doing is holding and trying to get most of my money back. What are my thoughts on Cody, Notorious Sid, and Delilah? It's been at the same price for a week. All my other alts have either skyrocketed or dipped on this pullback, but Cody is just hanging there at the same level. Well, okay, I think what you have to do is you have to zoom out on Cody for a little bit, and then it kind of shows you what's going on here. Right? It's because it already broke out. Oh, a fake out right here. Well, I guess it never closed. It broke out here, and you saw how fast it soared. Now, let me get rid of all the other technicals and stuff like that. So it already broke out. It already went up. And right now it's hitting a little bit of resistance over here from back from a year ago, basically March 28th of last year. Excuse me. So that's basically what's happening. Now, if you go over here to the daily chart, it's basically just consolidating. And you've seen this with quite a few tokens over the past few days, where they've gone up a lot, and now they're just like, okay, we need to consolidate for a little bit of time. We need to get back on track. And, you know, but as far as Cody's concerned, we haven't seen much happen. What you saw happen was, Well, no, we haven't even had a breakout yet. Maybe if I go over here from this top to there, but see, that's not using the high point, so it doesn't really work. But you know, we really haven't had a breakout yet. We've tested out our support level. In fact, we broke down below support level for just a little bit of time, maybe a few seconds. So you're definitely seeing some weakness there. Now, on the other hand, on the oscillators, you are seeing some bullish moves from the RSI is about to go back to being positive. The stochastic just went to being positive, and the MACD just went to being is going to be going positive. Excuse me, on the 4-hour chart. So when all of these things get green, that may be a good opportunity to start doing something of a momentum swing trade on it. The daily chart right now, everything's still it's mixed. It's been bearish for one. It's been a little bit more bearish since the 28th of February. Right here. So it's come down a little bit off of that. But basically it's just run up so much, and for an example here, it ran up 190%. It's going to have to cool off, and basically you're buying in that cool off period where give it some time, it'll consolidate for a while, go down lower maybe, and it'll start to go back up higher. But basically you just bought kind of in a FOMO moment. It's a FOMO time. Maybe you didn't buy up there, but you get the point. Right now it's like a FOMO time. There you go. But yeah, guys, it's just basically run up so much, it's hard to justify continuing to go higher without consolidating just a little bit. And we've seen this with other tokens that have run up a lot. I think the other one that we've been talking about here is like Fetch AI. Like right now, it's doing okay. This is the daily chart. See how it had to consolidate for a while, and then it started to go back up? Same basic concept, if you will. Ajax had to consolidate for a while, then eventually came up. Wild token, it's currently consolidating right now. RNDR currently consolidating right now, trying to go up to that next leg. GRT, it's grinding. It's not even consolidating, it's just grinding upwards. So, you know, some of these things take a little bit longer to consolidate. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Cody is definitely taking some time to consolidate right now. Again, it's run up a lot more than a lot of other tokens. I would stress that as well. Can you buy Shiba Inu tomorrow? I don't know why. Like, what would you be buying it for? A day trade, a swing trade? You have to have some type of idea, because I don't know what type of trade you're doing. It could be a scalp. You can trade a scalp tomorrow. You can definitely do a day trade. Would you want to do a swing trade? More debatable. More debatable for that. And hey, Jeremy, we hope some longs got shaken out. Oh, you know they got shaken out. Sol recovered the dump. A lot of stuff's been doing back okay. Like Arbitrum's back up a little bit here. AXS, well, not everything, I would say. Let's go to maybe a 2-hour chart. There's a lot of stuff giving up gains for the past 24 hours or so. But, you know, STMX come back down a little bit. There's a few things like Ajax. Oh, Ajax is breaking out right now. Finally managed to do so. Making a nicer move. Even going to some new weekly highs here. Even making a move higher here. Absolutely insane what we're seeing right now. Again, like a... Yeah, I mean, just look at some of these moves. It's absolutely insane. Break a structure right here, going higher. A lot of stuff is red. As you guys can see, AI tokens are they're green as can be. Even Jasmine right now is back to being green right here after a little bit of consolidation. Fetch AI is trying to break out right now. Let's see if it will be able to. But overall, things are doing pretty well. All right. But okay, buddy, it's been like a cool 4 or 5 hour stream, but I need to get to bed so I can stream for you guys tomorrow. I will be streaming quite a bit. Keep an eye on these AI tokens. They seem like they're trying to make some really good moves. But guys, be very, 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 very careful. We're in a very volatile moment right now. Keep an eye on your positions just so you guys have some, so you guys don't wake up to any surprises or stuff like that, okay? Have a good rest of your night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's my day off, so it'd be nice if I'm grumpy and I'm tired and I don't stream until a little bit later on. But what do you call it? I'll definitely be seeing you guys tomorrow. Please, if you can, very, very quickly, if you want to support the channel, go over to youtube.com, type in Smart Money Concepts, if you can. Concepts by Lux Algo. This is one of the latest videos that I put out for you guys. And if you find this video that says Smart Money Concepts Lux Algo Tutorial and Guide 2024, please watch it whenever you have a minute. Smart Money Concepts Lux Algo, give it a watch. It helps support the channel and this video a lot, because I think this video can go viral if it just has a little bit more views, so YouTube knows what type of people want to watch my content, because YouTube doesn't know what type of people like to watch these tutorial videos all the time. So if you guys watch it, it lets the algorithm know that people watch my channel, they know who I am, and it promotes it to more people so I can get more followers, more subscribers, and make more content. I can invest a lot more money into this whole process of mine. So thank you guys, and have a fantastic rest of your night. Thanks again.